21 with overcast skies at 10 o'clock. I'm Paul Rasmussen. There is a public hearing tonight about the Pittsburgh Public Schools budget for the next academic year. News Radio KDKA's Tamira Rush has details.
The district's preliminary 2026 budget comes in at more than $730 million, just over a 2% decrease from this year. It includes a $12 million operating deficit, smaller than last year's, and proposes a 4% millage increase while still falling short of the board's required fund balance. The budget had been tied to the Future Ready Facilities Initiative, but the school board voted 6-3 against that plan, citing concerns over cost and long-term sustainability. A public hearing is set for 5:30 tonight, with a final board vote scheduled for December 17th. Tamira Rush, News Radio KDKA.
Police are looking for the person responsible for leaving an emaciated dog in a Northside park this morning. The female mix was found in a crate around 6 a.m. in West Park. Police believe the dog is about 2 years old. There's a photo of the animal and police contact info all available right now at KDKAradio.com. One man was hospitalized following a home invasion in Swissvale last night. Allegheny County Police say the incident was reported around 6 p.m. at a house in the 2500 block of Delaware Avenue. First responders transported a man with head lacerations to a hospital. He was in stable condition. Investigators say several armed men entered the home and pistol-whipped the victim. A Westmoreland County man lost his home in a fire on Sunday afternoon. This blaze was reported around 2:15 p.m. on Hoods Mill Road off of Route 130 in Cook Township. Firefighters say ammunition in the house was exploding. The homeowner's son, John Lohr, told KDKA-TV the home was fully engulfed when fire crews arrived.
He unfortunately didn't have any insurance on the house and said it's a total loss.
The cause of the fire unknown now. The Red Cross now assisting that homeowner. New this hour, Paramount is making a hostile bid for Warner Brothers Discovery, challenging Netflix, which reached a $72 billion takeover deal with the company last week. Paramount says it is going straight to Warner Brothers shareholders with a $30 per share cash offer, asking them to reject the deal with Netflix. Also, the Supreme Court is scheduled to hear arguments today about President Trump's authority to fire members of the Federal Trade Commission. Here's CBS News legal analyst Thane Rosenbaum.
Federal agencies are in the executive branch, and they exercise executive authority. President Trump is the head of the executive branch, which is why he thinks that the separation of powers prevents Congress from passing legislation that makes it more difficult for him to fire agency heads and officials because it's his branch of government. But these agencies were created by Congress, and they are supposed to have some institutional independence.
On Wall Street, the Dow is down 71 points at 47,884. The Nasdaq ahead 46 points, and the S&P is down 1. KDKA Sports on Monday Night Football, Eagles-Chargers at Los Angeles. The news is brought to you by P.J. Fitzpatrick with their famous lifetime warranty on materials and labor. TrustPJ.com. KDKA Radio News Time 10:03. It's 21 and overcast now. AAA traffic and the AccuWeather forecast next.
Hey, folks, it's Marty. All the time I'm talking about auto accidents, big crashes, big wrecks. Call 1-800-GET-PHIL or 412-281-5005. Look, Phil DiLucente and Associates, they're in Pittsburgh. They give free, that's right, free consultations. Phil and Ken Nolan, his partner, handle auto cases. I've worked with them a lot. So call 1-800-GET-PHIL. Call Ken Nolan and Phil DiLucente now at 1-800-GET-PHIL today. They're the best, folks. Hey, folks, your last chance is your best chance as my friend Robert Levin and his Levin Furniture and Mattress team continue their Black Friday deals. Get an extra 25% off Levin's already low prices store-wide on brands like Lazy Boy and Flex Steel. The lowest prices on top brand mattresses, plus 5-year special financing. No money down on qualifying purchases of $24.99 or more. Get an amazing $50 gift card. It's your final chance for amazing deals during the extended Black Friday sale at all Levin's locations.
Do you have 3 ex-wives and your current trophy wife wants a life insurance policy 3 times the size of the policies you had to purchase for your previous mistakes? If so, you need to call Big Lou at Term Provider, 800-200-1966. Big Lou is intimately familiar with your problems, and if you're 50 or 60 years old and in reasonably good health, a $1 million policy should only cost about $100 to $200 per month. Big Lou may have a solution for your your previous policies as well. You may even save enough money to lighten the load on your new $1 million policy. Remember, call Big Lou. He's like you, except he's only on number 2. Call Term Provider at 800-200-1966. That's 800-200-1966 for $1 million in term life insurance that you can live with. Call Big Lou at 800-200-1966. 800-200-1966.
From the PJ Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA Traffic, powered by Bowser. Ellie, my friend, what's up?
Good morning, Marty. We have a traffic accident reported in Overbrook on Glenberry Street near Aaron Avenue. So use caution as emergency crews are making their way to the scene. Over on the Parkway West, that slows as you make your way down Parkway Center Drive, heading into the Fort Pitt tunnels. Over on the Parkway East, that's slow and steady as you near Edgewood Swissville and head into the Squirrel Hill tunnels. And over on Route 28, all is clear from the Highland Park Bridge down through the 40th Street Bridge to the north side. There are no delays on the Parkway North or on I-79 through those S-bends. And on Route 51, road crews are still working with the water main break, which happened over the weekend at Greeley. This is at the Get-Go gas station, and the turning lane is being used to help the traffic flow, and the 2 northbound lanes are closed, so give yourself extra time if headed in that direction. With AAA Traffic, I'm Ellie Popovich on 100.1 FM and AM 1020, KDKA.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
Colder with variable clouds and a high of 28 this afternoon, then partly cloudy and very cold, low 14 tonight. An afternoon snow shower chance mainly north of the city tomorrow, high 36. I'm AccuWeather meteorologist Heather Zayer, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Have an issue in your community? Talk about it now with Marty Griffin. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Went down in the basement a couple winters ago. I heard some noise. It's a true story. And there was a geyser from one of the pipes. It got so cold in the garage, which I never thought it would, that one of the pipes blew. And I mean blew. I mean, it was the fountain at Point State Park kind of geyser. Turned off the water and then had to get it out of the garage and then had to get it fixed. And it was just too damn cold. And it's a hell of a mess. And we're getting kind of into that area of stuff's going to break. That's why you're seeing, by the way, all these water line breaks in different areas of town. Change in temperature, change in soil, right? Dramatic change in water flow and pipes. And I wanted to get right to something that's important, because what happens is you forget about this crap, because it is crap and it sucks. But there are simple things that you have to do so that you don't have to call my boy, world's greatest plumber, Ken Baker. What's up, brother? How are you?
Hey, buddy. How you doing?
I wanted to get to you first right at the top of the show, because I think this is important, because people blow this stuff up. Do they not, brother?
Oh, yeah, all the time. And, that's what keeps me busy this time of year.
Yeah. And so you texted me. You already had a couple issues, right?
Yeah, I've had so far 2 frozen pipes and then one that actually split and, wasn't quite a geyser, but similar to yours.
Hey, describe the setup for the frozen pipes. How did that happen, and what scenario, and how could that have been prevented?
Well, the one with the new construction, they're not really paying attention, to our area, I guess. A lot of times they run the water lines on the outside wall, and they're not 2x6 walls, 2x4. So it's pretty hard to get the heat in there they don't insulate them real well and stuff like that. That was the one, and then the other one was kind of similar to yours, garage water line, and it just froze. And the copper will freeze, and sometimes it won't split right away. It'll freeze, and you can thaw it out. But after a while, that expansion and contraction, eventually it's going to split the pipe, and then that's when you get the gush of water, and it becomes a bigger ordeal.
In fact, it was a copper pipe in my garage, and
correct. Yeah.
And can help people there's some simple things you can do because the fix in my garage is what you're just about to tell people, and it was simple. Go ahead.
Yeah. So, I mean, if this is the time you want to pay attention to it. I mean, if you've had frozen pipes before in the past, I mean, the one thing you want to do is open up cabinets, get heat under there, make sure the heat can get to them. Once it gets down, below 10 and it stays that way for, an extended period of time, you want to run the water a little more about the thickness of a pencil. That way the water's constantly flowing in there. It doesn't have time to freeze. What it is the air actually blowing across the pipe is what freezes it pretty quickly.
Hey, you put a chunk of insulation on that pipe. That's easy to do, isn't it?
Correct, yeah. I mean, you can get insulation, and they even have this heat tape.
Tape,
yes,
that's what it is. Yes. Describe that, please. Sorry to interrupt you. Describe that. Yeah, go ahead.
You can buy that at, pretty much any hardware store. It comes in, 50-foot lengths, and you just wrap it around the pipe. You plug it in. There's a thermometer in there. Once it gets down to about 35, it keeps that pipe nice and warm.
It's kind of cool.
So it doesn't freeze.
And it's not expensive, Ken.
Technology's, no, not at all. I mean, you can get a roll of that for probably, $50.
Hey, and what I did to kind of make it a little warmer in the garage was open the door to the basement so that there's a little more heat going in there. I mean, that might be stupid. It might cost a little more, but it could save you some pipes.
Exactly. I mean, it might cost you a little bit more in your gas bill, but, I mean, it's going to save you from paying me $350 an hour to come out and fix your broken water lines. So, pick your battles, I guess, at that point.
My man, the other thing, when people get weird about defrosting pipes, like using one of those little gas torches and stupid crap, tell them what not to do, sir.
I mean, you definitely don't want to use any kind of open flame.
Right.
We as plumbers, I mean, we always wait for somebody does it every year and causes a house fire or something like that. We have technology, that we shoot a current through there and thaw them out that way. We never use an open flame. I mean, you can even go, if you want to try it yourself, a hair dryer, but make sure, you're paying attention to it because even a hair dryer, if you leave it in there an extended time, it can catch the paper of that insulation on fire.
Oh.
So it's best to call the professionals on stuff like that once you get to that situation.
So, Ken, it got into the 20s. So it's supposed to get even colder, so we could expect a lot of this, right?
Exactly. Yeah. Once it gets into the down below the 20s and then into the teens, that's my busy time.
You had hundreds one year, hundreds of calls backed up.
Oh yeah. I mean, when was that? A couple of years ago? I mean, half the city of Pittsburgh was frozen. I mean, we were booked for months. We just couldn't get to everybody.
And it's really expensive. Is it $350 for you just to show up?
Just to see my smiling face.
Wow. And then you start from there.
Correct. Yeah. And I mean, it could be if it's in a wall, we got to cut the drywall out. It becomes a big ordeal. It's not just a magic wand waving and fixing it. It could take a few hours.
Ken Baker, you're my brother. Thanks, my man. It's great advice.
All right, buddy. Have a good one.
Everything he said, do it. Patrick, what do you do? You're very smart about this stuff. What do you do? Because you have an older house.
So I put insulation on the back of the wall and underneath the sink in my kitchen.
Because you've had some cold.
Yeah. I mean, my house is brick, built in 1900, so there's not a lot of insulation. But so I use some of that foam insulation.
Nice.
I put some of those pads under my kitchen sink.
Nice.
That helps. I haven't had to open the cabinets since I did that. But, if it drops, down close to zero, then I do have to open the sink up and put a heater.
That tape he's talking about works. We have that.
I bought some last year after you guys talked about it last year.
Yeah.
It was cheap. I bought it on Amazon for like $20.
And you just stick it on.
Yeah, you wrap it around and plug it in.
Yeah. It's really cool. Look, I'm not lecturing. I'm just telling you and warning you. And I know this is the top of the show, and we don't often start with stuff like that, but Ken texted me and got pipes bursting, and it's a pain in the ass. And it's expensive as hell. And he's a wonderful plumber, but $350 to start? Damn. Just to say hello. Damn. So, that insulation Patrick's talking about, it's like tape. And you wrap it around the pipe, and it plugs in.
Yeah, it almost looks like an extension cord.
Yeah.
And you wrap it, it wraps around, it holds its form around it. Another trick you can do if you've got exposed pipes, and I've done this in the past, the little swimming noodles.
Yeah, of course.
You can slice those and use those to wrap pipes, too.
Well, they're like insulation.
Yeah,
Nice,
it
nice.
insulates pipes. So if you have some exposed pipes, you can do that to help, too.
And crack the basement door, get more flow into the garage, and open the cabinets. And these things sound redundant because they are, but drip, drip, drip the water. Come on. Don't forget. You will regret it big time. Please. And if you have elderly neighbors, tap on the door and ask them if they're doing it. From the PJ Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA Traffic powered by Bowser. My friend Ellie, what's up?
Hello, Marty. Emergency crews are still working with the traffic accident reported in Overbrook at Glenberry Street near Aaron Avenue. So use caution if you are in the area. Over on the Parkway West, that just has a minor slowing as you head toward Parkway Center, entering the Fort Pitt tunnels. And over on the Parkway East, inbound delays begin as you approach Edgewood, Swissville. There are no delays on Route 28 or the Parkway North going down through the East Street Valley heading into the town. And a heads up for a single lane restrictions on Route 51 in West Mifflin, Baldwin, and Jefferson Hills in both directions between Coal Valley Road and Mall Drive till 3 o'clock today as crews conduct signal pole installation work. With AAA Traffic, I'm Ellie Popovich on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Listen to the Marty Griffin Show on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts.
A KFC tale in the pursuit of flavor. The holidays were tricky for the Colonel. He loved people, but he also loved peace and quiet. So he cooked up KFC's $4.99 chicken pot pie. Warm, flaky, with savory sauce and vegetables. It's a tender chicken-filled excuse to get some time to yourself and step away from decking the halls, whatever that means. The Colonel lived so we could chicken. KFC's chicken pot pie. The best $4.99 you'll spend this season.
Prices and participation may vary while supplies last. Taxes, tips, and fees extra.
Selling your home, it's one of the biggest financial decisions you'll ever make. You could go it alone, trying to navigate market trends, determine fair pricing, and tackle tricky negotiations on your own. You could second guess every decision, wondering if you're doing it right. Then there's the showings, the offers, and the mountain of paperwork. Or you could work with the expertise of a realtor, here to guide and help protect as you make your next big move. Realtors are members of the National Association of Realtors. Right by you.
So, furnace shutdown. This weather. This cold. Whoo! 2D folks at the door within an hour. Found the problem in 5 minutes. Fixed the problem in 20 minutes. 2D Mechanical, folks. Amazing service. Amazing expertise. And the kindness and pricing and consideration. 2D Mechanical, 412-771-4100. The best, 412-771-4100.
Bet365 is paying out before the final whistle.
Check out Bet365's unrivaled early payout offer. When you bet on the team to win and they take a 17-point lead, you get paid no matter the final score. Forget the final whistle and start counting that cash. Hold up. You get early payout on parlays, too.
Download the app and see why it's never ordinary at Bet365. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Pennsylvania. TNC Supply.
When you hire our firm, you become part of the family. Nobody messes with family. Get the good guys, Goodrich & Geist.
Hey, folks, 'tis the season to get your home quite clean before Christmas. Save big. Call Coit right now. Save 50% off all your first Coit cleaning service. Save 40% off all other services. That's right. Ask Santa to put Coit on your Christmas list. Save 50% off either carpets, rugs, upholstery, drapes, and blinds, and more. Call Coit. 1-800-FOR-COIT. 1-800-FOR-COIT. Also, give the gift of a clean home with Coit gift cards. 1-800-FOR-COIT.
Happy Hour begins this Wednesday at 7 p.m. You're invited to join me, Gene Ribnicki from Vicini Distributing Company, in the Beer Garden. On tap this week, the Holiday Beer Extravaganza. In the Beer Garden this Wednesday at 7 p.m. on FM 100.1 and AM 1020. KDKA.
Pittsburgh's 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
Man, We're about to get spanked, man. Man. Tax the rich, feed the poor, till there are no rich no more. Man. So, the county raised our taxes by, what was it? More than 40%, about 40%. Now, the school board, because they couldn't find their rear end with two hands and a flashlight, they're going to ask for a massive tax increase. And then I get a text. And by the way, I respect and admire the heck out of Barb Warwick reaching out and saying, I'm going to ask for a tax increase. She's a city council member. She's going to ask for, let me read this. The city of Pittsburgh. Heads up. I'm introducing a 30% millage increase for Pittsburgh. She'll be live in about 15 minutes. But let me go to my insider. Jim E. What's up, brother?
Good morning. Happy Monday.
Damn, brother. Spanked. Clowns to the left of me, jokers to the right. Here I am, stuck in the middle with Jimbo. Wow.
Marty, I'll tell you, I'd go back to some of the best elected officials this region ever had, and I've never seen a bunch of irresponsible elected officials in my entire life as what's in office in this county today. And city.
Jimbo, let's just go through it, man. Start with the county. First they did what? Was it 40%, Jim?
Well, let me start with the county.
Yeah.
They raised our taxes 38%.
Wow.
Right?
Yep.
While they added $180 million worth of new departments and $33 million in raises. So now they come back beating their chest this year saying, hey, we're not raising taxes. We're going to cut 20-some% administrative costs. Well, why didn't you do all this before you raised our taxes 35%? That's how insane is this. Now they're giving back some of the stuff that they stole off of us in the first place instead of doing the budget justice in the first place.
Nice.
Ridiculous.
And then the school board. So hey, my man, this is obnoxious. They have 10 schools where they don't teach the kids Algebra 1. I wouldn't send my kid there. I'd tell them to screw off. I'm not paying my taxes.
Marty,
ignorant.
I've had 3 or 4 people on my street that when their children reached school age, they moved because of the school.
Hell yeah.
They already have, Marty, they have already one of the highest costs per child in the United States. And now their scores are obnoxiously low.
Horrible.
And now they want to come back and raise another millage 4%.
Yep.
I mean, in the midst of the water and electric are also going up. You're going to start seeing a whole bunch of for sale signs in this city, particularly with a lot of the older folks.
My man, people are going to be moving to Butler County left and right, bro.
Hey, I'm thinking about it myself. I just said it this morning that this is getting to be just more aggravating. I could buy another house mortgage just for the extra taxes I'm paying.
It's actually true. So, Jimbo, translate Barb Warwick's text for me. Translate. What's she trying to tell us? How much is that?
My guess is telling me she wants something comparable to what the city wants as well. So let's say your mortgage is, I'm sorry. Yeah, well, no, I think like school board or county, she's going to ask for another 4 or 5%.
30% millage increase. What's that mean? 30 mil increase.
Well, let me put it this way. If they increase your millage 10%, that would be $10 you would pay in taxes extra on every $1,000. So, so if your house is worth $100,000, you're looking at extra $1,000 there, and then you add the city's
4%.
And the
school board, then water, then electric, then the county tax.
Well, the electric one's 14%.
I saw that.
And now the water department, they're asking for such a high thing that even the state's saying, whoa, back off. I mean, this is just, look, I don't mind paying my share, but show me what you're doing with the money.
Hey, Jimbo, hold on, though, brother. You saw this coming with the city, though. Gainey dumped a load of crap on them in terms of a budget that's just a big flat lie.
I don't disagree with that.
Yeah.
I think the mayor's just trying to get out of there, dusting off his coat, saying, hey, I didn't raise taxes.
Mm-hmm.
And what council is doing, I have no doubt in my mind that council's doing the dirty work for the new mayor so he don't have to do it.
So, but is it inevitable for a tax increase in the city?
Well, let me say this. If I were the incoming mayor, I would have had deals in place already with the big business of this town and the nonprofits so that I could come into January and say, I'm being sworn in. These are the deals I have in place to keep your taxes minimally raised or no raise at all.
Jimmy,
But
you can't raise taxes on everything. You cannot tax your way to prosperity, sir.
There is no question what you're saying. You cannot. And they're so short-sighted because, and you hear them beat their chest saying, well, we're going to build 8 million condos downtown. You cannot save a city with neighborhoods in your business district.
No.
You need these big hitters like your friend that owns a golf building and them to weigh in and say, hey, I'm putting 40 businesses in this building.
Yep.
Or you see what I'm saying? Because you need those kind of taxes. Not to mention, Marty, what are they going to do with this Oxford building? Not the Oxford, the bank building.
BNY Mellon, no idea. So let's go through it. So 40% increase of the county, school board 4%, Pittsburgh 30 mils, water, electric, all going up. We're screwed. We're screwed.
So the average senior citizen is going to have to find a couple $100 a month.
Right on.
And their seniors, their Social Security rate is only going up 4%, or whatever. You're going to see a lot of older folks saying, I can't do it anymore.
It's a hell of a way to start the year, brother. Huh?
Marty, every one of my kids has moved out of the city because of this.
I get it.
So,
Jimmy, thanks, brother.
All right, bro. Have a good one.
Hate to start the Monday off, but truth to power. Barb Warwick, at least she has the you-know-whats to tell you what they're about to do, but you're going to hear from her live in 5 minutes.
Winter is coming. Is your roof ready? Call Home Genius Exteriors now and get 50% off materials for your new roof. Plus, no interest and no payments till 2027. Winter won't wait, and neither should you. Call Home Genius Exteriors now at 855-U-R-GENIUS for your free roof and attic inspection from one of our experts. That's 855, the letter U, the letter R, Genius. Home Genius Exteriors, the genius choice in roofing. See website for details.
You're listening to Leaf Filter Radio, and the guru of gutter protection himself, Chris Coonahan, is here to take your most pressing leaf-related questions.
Hey, everybody, Chris here. I understand we have Ron on the line. Ron, where are you calling from?
Uh-oh. Ron, are you calling from a ladder?
Well, I was. I wanted to ask Chris what I need to do to get my gutters ready to have leaf filter installed.
Oh, Ron, you don't have to do anything. A Leaf Filter Trusted Pro will come out and clean out your gutters, realign and seal your gutters, and install Leaf Filter, America's #1 gutter protection system.
So I didn't need to get on this ladder?
Ron, Leaf Filter Trusted Pros are in your neighborhood and ready to help. Just visit leaffilter.com/deal to schedule your free gutter inspection and get up to 30% off.
Thank goodness. What was that site?
To get this special radio offer, go to leaffilter.com/deal for your free gutter inspection today and get up to 30% off. That's leaffilter.com/deal for up to 30% off. leaffilter.com/deal. See representative for warranty details.
Hey, folks, it's Marty. You want a new physical therapy experience? You want a treatment plan centered on you? Monroeville Physical, spelled F-Y-Z-I-C-A-L, is spelled different, because they are different. Monroeville Physical has new technology and an expert staff to give you a personalized experience to get you back to loving your life. Monroeville Physical, spelled F-Y-Z-I-C-A-L, 412-457-8200. They help me dramatically love physical. Check it out. Hey, folks, it's Marty. Voss TV and Appliance has a huge selection of big brand names and prices you'll love. Third-generation family business. Rick, Matt, the entire Voss team provides meaningful service that actually serves. They answer phones, show up on time, and truly care about their customers. It's old school service that matters, and you won't find it anywhere else. Visit Voss's South Hills showroom today. 412-650-VOSS, 412-650-VOSS. Love them. The lowest prices guaranteed.
From the Aetna Medicare studio.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
It's 21 and overcast at 10:30. I'm Paul Rasmussen. New this hour, longtime Penn Hill School Board President Erin Vecchio was reelected last week, but her nomination drew controversy. Here's News Radio KDKA's Tamira Rush.
Newly elected member Reginald Hickman voiced his opposition to the board's decision.
We have a school district that's 63% African American, and I really do think that we would best represent the community having an African American as elected as president. Thank you.
Erin Vecchio, who has served on the board for 26 years and is president for 9, says she was shocked by the comments.
I don't pick and choose who I serve. That's what a school board member does. Race should never be brought into a school board or any other seat. We're here to serve the community.
When asked if Vecchio felt things would have turned out differently if the roles were reversed, and she had this to say.
If I'd have said what he said, I'd be on national news.
Tamira Rush, News Radio KDKA.
Ignoring a recall notice from an automaker can be dangerous. WWJ's Jeff Gilbert explains.
A dozen people have died over the past decade when airbags under recall but not repaired have failed to deploy in crashes. That from a Wall Street Journal analysis. It found only 22% of vehicles recalled for the issue had been repaired. That leaves 2.6 million unfixed vehicles still on the road.
The 37 models involved include GM and Ford vehicles, as well as luxury brands Mercedes-Benz and Audi. A Cash 5 ticket worth $350,000 was purchased in Allegheny County. That jackpot-winning ticket in Saturday's drawing was sold at Wilson's Pharmacy on Penn Avenue. At this hour on Wall Street, the Dow is down 109 points at 47,846. The Nasdaq is down 15. The S&P now down 14 points. KDKA Radio News Time 1032. Our next update at 11 on the Voice of Pittsburgh, News Radio KDKA.
Time now for today's Spotlight on Money, sponsored by Consumer Cellular.
Numerous studies over the years have said that disagreements about money are the number one source of arguments in a relationship and one of the leading causes of divorce regardless of income level. Ed Jertson, founder of the Engage Wealth Group, says it's important for couples to have a stress-free conversation to outline their goals and then celebrate when the goal is accomplished.
Have some goals that you both can meet and then go enjoy those goals.
I'm Rob Hart.
I'm Ed Evans, CEO of Consumer Cellular. No, we're not one of the big guys. Truth is, we don't want to be. If you're over 50, Big Wireless probably has you paying for more data than you might need. You could be throwing away thousands over a lifetime.
Our entry-level data plans start at just $20 a month. And for a limited time, switch and get your second month free. Call 1-888-FREEDOM, visit consumercellular.com or a store near you and get your second month free today. Plans include $5 credit for auto pay and e-billing. See site for additional details.
250 years ago, a promise was made to connect families and friends, near and far. And during the holidays, that promise is more important than ever. That's why USPS is building a better network to meet your needs with timely deliveries, easy and affordable ways to ship, and everything you need to make your season full of holiday cheer. Our purpose is delivering your peace of mind, knowing your love will arrive, bringing joy to all. The United States Postal Service. Learn more at USPS.com/holidays.
Holiday shopping is in full swing. Don't forget the most important thing on your list, individual and family coverage from UPMC Health Plan. Open enrollment runs through January 15th, so put a plan in your cart before it's too late. Their convenient plans give you access to an extended network and great coverage. UPMC First Care offers a $0 copay for a variety of visits. They'll even give you access to a healthcare concierge who's like a personal shopper. To get started, visit upmchealthplan.com/marketplace.
I'm dreaming of sea salt and toffee caramels, chocolate-covered potato chips, pretzels, and peanut butter cups. Now that I have your attention, hi, it's Nan Cohen for Dorothy's Candies. When it comes to the holidays, it has to be Dorothy's. My holiday favorites, cherry cordials, coconut clusters, peppermint bark, and cranberry bark. Dorothy's fan favorite is the deluxe assortment, which has everything from fruits and nuts to creams and meltaways. Visit the store in White Oak. Shop online at dorothy'scandies.com. One bite and you'll know it's Dorothy's Candies. dorothy'scandies.com.
From the PJ Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA Traffic powered by Bowser. My friend Ellie, what's up?
Thanks, Marty. We have a traffic accident reported in Mount Lebanon at Bower Hill Road and Furwood Drive. So be on the lookout for emergency crews at that scene. Also on I-279 northbound on the Fort Duquesne Bridge, we have another accident. So leave yourself extra time and use caution if headed in that direction. Over on the Parkway East inbound, it is all clear as you near the Squirrel Hill tunnels. And on the city side outbound, that is all good for you as well. Over on the Parkway West, that's just a little slow as you make your way down Banksville and head into the Fort Pitt tunnels. No delays over on Route 28. That looks pretty good for you for the Highland Park Bridge to the north side. And the Parkway North is clear, but those HOV lanes inbound are now closed. With AAA traffic, I'm Ellie Popovich on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
This afternoon is going to be colder. We'll have variable clouds and a high of 28, then partly cloudy and very cold, low 14 tonight, turning cloudy, high 36 tomorrow. I'm AccuWeather meteorologist Heather Zaire, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Are you looking to hire? ZipRecruiter finds the best candidate for your job fast. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ziprecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free.
The KDKA radio text line is driven by Kenny Ross Auto Group. Find your best deal and Pittsburgh's best warranty at kennyross.com.
I think I'm entitled. You want answers. I want the truth. You can't handle the truth.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, Can? Barb Warwick. Good morning, Barb.
Good morning. How are you?
Look at you. No fear. This woman is about to tell us what everybody else is afraid to tell us, that Pittsburgh is screwed financially unless they raise taxes. Gainey dumped the big load of crap budget on the city, and now all council members are trying to figure out what the hell to do with a structural deficit. Ask Rachel Heisler. Barb, you say you must raise taxes. Explain, please.
Yeah, so, we are looking at a $30 million shortfall. We need to put at least $10 million into our fleet. Our utility bills, just like everyone else's utility bills, are through the roof. We've got to meet our overtime pay obligations. And, this is a public safety issue, right? We cannot have ambulances breaking down on the way to the hospital. We cannot have firehouses with an engine that can't start. So.
Hey, Barb, lay out what specifically you think it will take in terms of the amount of tax increase.
Yeah, so I am introducing a 30% tax increase, so that currently your average Pittsburgher pays about $800 in property taxes. That would increase that by about $20 a month, so by about $240. That will bring in approximately $41 million. So that will, help fill this gap with vehicles, utilities, and overtime. But it will also give us a little bit of wiggle room to improve on the things that we really do need to improve on, right? Like doing better on picking up litter, tearing down more vacant and abandoned properties, expanding our out-of-school programming for kids, right? Like all of these things are things that we really need to do while also maintaining the services that we do so well, right? Our senior centers, our rec centers, the pools, like being able to take your kid, send your kid to the pool for free every summer. Great special events that we do all throughout the year. All this stuff, that is the work that we do at the city, especially around city parks. That's what makes Pittsburgh such a special place to live. And I don't want to see those things cut. And I don't think that Pittsburghers want to see those things cut either. But, it's a hard conversation.
It is. Hey, Barb, so you're a smart woman, and I respect and admire the fact that you always answer tough questions. So county raised taxes about 40%. School board's asking for 4%. Water's going up. Electric's going up. And now you're asking for a big increase in the city. At what point the old folks and young folks say, I ain't doing it. I'm out of here. I'm out of this town. Screw it.
Well, so hang on now, because I think that it's important to note that in the city of Pittsburgh, excuse me, it's a big misconception that our taxes are higher. The city of Pittsburgh pays lower taxes. The city. Now, I'm not going to speak for the county and the school board, right? That's not my area. I'm on city council, right? But in the city of Pittsburgh, between wage tax and property tax, your average Pittsburgher pays about 100 currently.
Oh, okay, but hold on. You don't answer my question, Barb. They don't give a damn. You're piling on is what I'm saying. Do you get me at all? That people are sick of this?
I do.
Yeah, okay.
I understand. It's a hard conversation, but, just like everything else, right? Like everything else is going up. Our costs at the city are going up too, right? Like utility bills are through the roof for the city. That's like filling pools. We have to pay, people don't realize we have to pay PWSA for the water that we use in our own system. If that's wild to me.
So Barb, what do you have to do to get this done? What happens now?
Well, so I've introduced it, and I need 5 votes on.
Do you have it? Do you have the votes?
I don't know yet.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think that there's going to be more conversation, but I feel like this is critical. I know it is unpopular. People are going to be real mad at me, but it's the responsible thing to do, and that's our job. And that's the thing, is that for years at city council, if you listen to these city council hearings, for years we talk about this upcoming, these tight years coming up. And we just sat through a month of budget hearings with all of our directors telling us we have tightened our belts. We have made the cuts, right? Like we are, really working on the, as tightly as we can. And it's just, this is the only option that is going to really make the difference that we need.
By the way...
Oh, wait. And let me correct myself. Hang on.
Yeah.
It's not the only option. The other option
Cut
is
the hell
for
out of stuff.
AHN,
No,
CNU,
there are several options.
There's
several options. You cut and freeze. You freeze salaries and cut like businesses do.
But that's not going to get us out of the hole that we're in.
So you're not going to freeze. So you have to send a message and say, we're going to freeze city council salaries. I don't care if it's $20. It sends a message, Barb.
I mean, honestly, that'd be fine with me, but that's not going to get us to 30 million.
Didn't say it could. In the old, let's ask the nonprofits to save the city. That's the plan?
Well, it's not the plan that I can see. So this to me is the responsible alternative. Hey, maybe I would love to see Corey O'Connor make a deal at the start of the year, right? I would love to see it, but I can't count on that, right? I don't think we can count on that as council. I know that he wants to, but they have the big nonprofits have not been amenable as long as I've lived in Pittsburgh. So,
completely agree. And you can't count on them. Hey, Barb, here's what I get regarding you when it comes to the territory. Mm-hmm. Barb doesn't care as long as her constituents are taken care of. The Democratic Socialists. Respond.
I mean, I don't know what that means. I don't really know.
In other words, you represent the poor. They won't pay more taxes, so to hell with it. Tax the rich, feed the poor till there are no rich no more, is the theory.
I mean that the rich should pay their fair share and help uplift the needy. I think that's sort of like basic human ethics, as far as I know. But
okay, so
I can't.
No, I get it. But hey, I'm just reading what I get, and I know you have no problem answering questions, and which is why I actually admire and respect her. So Democrats scream about affordability. So we're getting county taxes raised, city taxes raised, school taxes, water bills. Isn't that a bit hypocritical to say we need affordability when this is what's happening and it's coming from Democratic folks, isn't it?
I think that I would, well, it's a trickier conversation than that, right? What I would say is that the problem is politicians who don't ever want to raise taxes because it hurts their reelection process. So they don't do it for decades, right? So at the county, you saw 12 years, no tax increase. At the city, 11 years, no tax increase because nobody, it's wildly unpopular.
Which is why we have busted up public works trucks and not enough cops. Yeah,
exactly. It's like putting your head on a platter and serving it up to the voters.
But we also have no growth. We also have no job growth. We also have no new business. We got to do that. Do we not, Barb? And taxing them more is not going to help.
Well, I don't know. I don't know about that, but we absolutely need to do that. But those are two separate things, right? The issue that I'm concerned about right now is our ability to, like you said, we got to update our fleet, right? We have broken down trucks. Like, we can't get the snow off the roads. And I also want to maintain the good stuff that we do. I mean, Marty, the fact that our pools are open in the summer and kids can go to the pool for free, that's huge.
Big fan.
That's huge. Our rec centers are open after school. They're open on the weekends. Our senior centers are open every day and give free lunch to seniors every day. These are critical programs, and I don't consider them nice to have.
Okay, so when do you bring this to folks? You're announcing this right now, so when does this go to other council members? Do they know already?
Yeah. Well, so yeah, we sent it out. It'll be in the agenda tomorrow, and and there'll be a public hearing on December 22nd.
Hey, before I let you go, here's why I'm a big fan. Using 2nd Avenue as an example, she never let up, ever, doing two things. Taking criticism for having it so funky, but pushing and pushing to get it cleaned up, and pushing to get the folks down there help. Look, folks don't like me. I'm the bad guy because I post these horrific videos, but what they do is they draw attention to a horrific problem. Barb Warwick, they don't like her because she's a so-called democratic socialist. But at the end of the day, the problem gets addressed and fixed. And that's a big deal, is it not, Barb?
That's what we're here to do. That's our job. So,
Barb Warwick, good luck with this.
I hear you. Thank you, Marty. I
appreciate you doing it. Truth to power. Thank you.
Yep. Take care. Bye.
She shows up, man. Most people don't show up. Whether you like her or not is irrelevant. She shows up. And they're broke as hell, by the way. From the PJ Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA Traffic, powered by Bowser. Ellie Popovich, what's up?
Okay, thanks, Marty. Emergency crews are still with the accident reported in Mount Lebanon and Bower Hill Road and Furwood Drive. So use caution if you are in this area. Also, on I-279 northbound on the Fort Duquesne Bridge at the North Shore exit, emergency crews are with another accident. So leave yourself extra time and use caution if headed in that direction. I'm looking at the PennDOT traffic cameras on the Parkway West and East. There are no major delays heading into the tunnels. And the HOV lanes are now closed on the Parkway North. On Route 51, road crews are still working with the water main break, which happened over the weekend at Greeley. This is the Get-Go gas station, and the turning lane is being used to help the traffic flow, and the two northbound lanes are closed. So give yourself extra time if headed in that direction. With AAA Traffic, I'm Ellie Popovich on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Listen to KDKA Radio on the Odyssey, iHeartRadio, or TuneIn apps.
Did you know you can spend your PA taxes to fund a scholarship for a child in need and get a 90% tax credit refund? Through Blocks, that's BLOCS, you can direct your state tax liability, fund a scholarship, direct it to the tuition-based school of your choice, and receive a 90% refund on the donated amount. It's a simple process, and you can fund a scholarship that will change a child's life. Tax credit slots are filling up fast, and you must make your commitment by December 23rd. Head to BLOCS.org now.
Hey, it's Sam. And I'm Calvin with Cousins Roofing, Siding, and Decks. When we started out, we were building decks out of the back of our pickup trucks, and Grandma's garage was HQ.
We didn't have much, but we had family and a promise to do things the family way.
We saw way too many contractors cutting corners and treating their clients terribly, so we built Cousins Roofing, Siding, and Decks on honesty, craftsmanship, and always doing right by the client.
We've grown a lot since Grandma's garage, but those values haven't changed. Call the Cousins.
Cancer is a war. It's the truth. I don't know that my sister Barb would be alive. She's battling pancreatic cancer. I don't know that she'd be alive if it wasn't for the folks in that team at UPMC. I just don't. The care, the concern, the different medicines, the different procedures, the different trials to keep her alive. It's magnificent. I saw the same thing with myself and so many others. UPMC, life-saving, life-changing information.
I'm Ed Evans, CEO of Consumer Cellular. No, we're not one of the big guys. Truth is, we don't want to be. If you're over 50, Big Wireless probably has you paying for more data than you might need. You could be throwing away thousands over a lifetime.
Our entry-level data plans start at just $20 a month. And for a limited time, switch and get your second month free. Call 1-888-FREEDOM, visit consumercellular.com or a store near you and get your second month free today. Plans include $5 credit for auto pay and e-billing. See site for additional details.
My name is Whitney Allen. I am a widow. My husband Ryan died. We never thought in a million years we'd have to use life insurance. The unexpected happened. With Ethos, it is so fast and easy. It's 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage, no medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage through Ethos.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/radio. That's ethos.com/radio.
Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
So I interviewed a mother and daughter. They're both full-time nurses in Pittsburgh. Both got degrees from CCAC. Both of them have no debt. None. My daughter's best friend is going to Pitt as a junior. Her first 2 years at CCAC, no debt. It's amazing. They have 130 programs. CCAC.edu. CCAC rocks, believe me.
While you sleep, there are people you've never met who are working hard to make your morning. People who get up at ungodly hours to make sure you get the information you want while you sleep. People who dedicate their lives to make yours better while you sleep. These people come together during the Big K Morning Show with Larry Richard, 5:30 to 10 in the morning, to make sure you have the best news, traffic, and weather to start your day. Wake up to your friends. Weekday mornings on the Voice of Pittsburgh, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA. Covered by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 platinum roofing company.
Get year-end rebates on quality Graber blinds from Lachina Drapery and Blind Factory. Save $75 on 3 solar, roller, cellular, or natural Graber shades. Plus, save an extra $25 on each additional shade. Lachina, Pittsburgh's custom window treatment leader, is pleased to offer these Graber shades rebates. Act quickly, as this offer is for a limited time. Call Lachina at 412-665-4900 for free shop-at-home service. Visit their 2 showrooms in Dormont and Wexford and at lachinadrapery.com.
Here's your Jill on Money question of the day.
Jason from Dallas asks, I have a small Roth IRA annuity and a regular small Roth IRA. I also have a traditional IRA. Should I combine everything into one Roth account? This is a great question, Jason, especially at this time of year. It's best to start with the like accounts, meaning the 2 Roth IRAs. First, make sure there's no penalty to get out of that old annuity. If not, roll it into the existing Roth IRA account. For the traditional IRA, if you convert that and move it into the Roth, just keep in mind that it will be a taxable event.
Have a question? Go to JillOnMoney.com.
Sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Keep your career moving forward with growth opportunities, great pay and benefits, and one of the country's top workplaces. Go to careers.progressive.com and apply today.
He's live, he's local, he's Marty Griffin. 100.1 FM and AM 1020, KDKA.
Donald Trump is screwing us. Yeah, he made everything more expensive. Democrats raise taxes in Allegheny County by 40%. Democratic school board about to raise taxes by 4%. Oops. City of Pittsburgh, Democrats about to raise taxes in the city by more than 30%. Huh? Come on, man. Who's zooming who? Come on, man. 30% tax increase. Eesh. You know what they call that? Piling the F on. It makes Pittsburgh very unattractive. I mean, the school board's high if they think they need more money. They need to shut down the damn schools They've been promising to shut down for 2.5 friggin' years. Nice. The county, oh, man. Water bills going up. Electricity's going up. 30%. Times are tough, she said. So, tax hike would generate $41 million. A resident whose home is assessed at $100,000 would pay additional $20 a month. Patrick, how many homes are assessed at $100,000? Let's be realistic here. Let's go with $400,000. So the average person would spend about $100 more a month in taxes. So this crap that it's only $20, that's just not true. It's disingenuous. It's a big hike, isn't it, brother?
It is. Even if you're going middle of the road, $40 a month if you're in a $200,000 property in the city of Pittsburgh.
Makes Pittsburgh very unattractive. Anthony Coghill, no way. Anthony Coghill, no way I will support this. Just texted me. Trying to get Teresa Smith. Dave and Scott, go ahead, brother.
Hey, Marty, good morning. But I moved out of the city when I was able to.
Sure.
I didn't want my tax money going to other people that could move, other employees that could build new houses outside the city of Pittsburgh.
Sure.
Either in teachers, firemen, or policemen.
Sure.
Building new houses, making too much money.
No, they don't make too much money. You lost me at hello. And they should be able to live where the hell they want. It's got nothing to do with that. The cops are severely underpaid, and they're 300 men short. So you're not going to win that argument with me. And the firefighters here kick ass. Sorry. They should be able to live wherever the hell they want, just like teachers, just like sheriffs, just like FBI agents. Come on, man. Anthony Coghill, no way he will support this. I do not know about Teresa Smith, but she is leaving in January, so it's probably a moot point with her. You cannot tax your way to prosperity. You cannot attract big business with bad schools, with high taxes. If you have good schools with high taxes, Mount Lebanon, come on, bring it on. I'll write the check, and I do. If you have bad schools with high taxes, no. Not enough cops, bad roads, bad bridges, bad schools, horrible infrastructure, top-heavy management, especially in public works. You cannot get me to wrap my arms around a 30% tax increase for the citizens of Pittsburgh. No way.
The KDKA mobile news fleet is driven by Jim Shorkey Kia, North Huntington and Wexford. JimShorkeyKia.com.
The Village at St. Barnabas, the perfect place for mom.
The holidays are here at OliverFlowers.com. Flowers make great gifts. OliverFlowers.com. And they deliver. OliverFlowers.com. Family owned for 95 years. OliverFlowers.com. Everything you need to deck the halls. OliverFlowers.com. Looking for the perfect gift? Want to make shopping easy? OliverFlowers.com. Flowers, plants, candy, cuddly plush animals, and yes, balloon bouquets are back. Go to OliverFlowers.com to start your holiday shopping and decorating today. OliverFlowers.com.
Spent at least an hour yesterday with my friend Julian Grace, an elder law attorney, and we talked about estate planning. My estate with my wife, what happens to us if we pass, and a big issue as you get toward retirement age. How do you manage your IRA? Who pays the taxes? How do you pay the taxes? I mean, this is stuff you need to know, man. What do you do if somebody gets a settlement in your family and they're on Medicaid? How does that affect that payment? I mean, important stuff, man. Reverse mortgage. If you're a senior and you need money, is that a good thing? Julian Gray is the man. Gray Elder Law, estate planning, financial management as you get older. How do you pay for nursing care without spending all of your money? Great stuff. GrayElderLaw.com. He's helped my family and everyone I know tremendously. GrayElderLaw.com. Amazing.
If you're one of the millions of Americans behind on your taxes, if you're afraid to open your mail because IRS collection letters could be coming, listen carefully. The IRS is cracking down, taking paychecks, freezing bank accounts, revoking passports. That's a fact. But here's what most people don't know. There are official tax relief programs designed to help struggling taxpayers. Programs that could save you thousands if you qualify. No one knows these programs better than the experts at Optima Tax Relief. Optima's award-winning team will fight to protect your paycheck, your passport, and your property. Their tax attorneys and licensed tax professionals will work tirelessly to get you the best deal possible with the IRS. Every day, penalties and interest keep piling up, so don't wait. Call Optima now for a free consultation.
Call 800-608-0955. 800-608-0955. 800-608-0955.
Optima Tax Relief. Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
SchultzFord.com. 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 SchultzFord.com.
KDKA and KDKA FM HD2 Pittsburgh. W261AX Pittsburgh.
Always live on the free Odyssey app. From the Aetna Medicare studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
22 and overcast at 11 o'clock. I'm Paul Rasmussen. Pittsburgh Council's deliberations on next year's spending plan now include a tax hike. Councilmember Bob Borwick told KDKA's Marty Griffin just minutes ago there's a $30 million shortfall in the budget. Her solution?
I am introducing a 30% tax increase.
Warwick said the city needs to spend at least $10 million to address fleet issues. In addition, more money is needed to pay higher utility costs and meet overtime pay obligations. Monroeville police are investigating an accident involving an SUV and a school bus this morning on Monroeville Boulevard. This happened around 8:30 at the stoplight in front of Target and Giant Eagle. Police say there were 5 students and 2 adults on the school bus and 1 adult in the SUV. Everyone was able to get out of the vehicles and were taken to Forbes Regional Hospital to be evaluated, but police say none of the injuries appear to be serious. At last week's Penn Hill School Board reorganization meeting, longtime President Erin Vecchio was reelected. Her nomination drew controversy, though, when newly elected board member Reginald Hickman said the district's majority black student population should be represented by a black board president. Vecchio tells KDKA Radio she was taken aback.
I've never faced like this in the 26 years that I've been on this board. I was the first person to bring in a black superintendent, a black coach. You know that. I never back down on that. I'm here to serve everybody.
Vecchio says she will continue working to move the district forward. Police are looking for the person responsible for leaving an emaciated dog in a Northside park this morning. This female mix was found in a crate around 6 a.m. in West Park. Police believe the dog is about 2 years old. A photo and police contact info are available now at kdkaradio.com. Pennsylvania's natural gas industry production increased by 5.1% in the third quarter. It was the third straight quarter of growth, with 116 new wells drilled in the Commonwealth in the quarter. Pennsylvania now the second largest natural gas producing state in the U.S. Paramount is making a hostile bid for Warner Brothers Discovery, challenging Netflix, which reached a $72 billion takeover deal with the company last week. Paramount says it is going straight to Warner Brothers shareholders with a $30 per share cash offer, asking them to reject that deal with Netflix. On Wall Street, at this hour, the Dow is down 227 points at 47,728. The Nasdaq is down 63. The S&P down 29 points. The Goo Goo Dolls summer tour will stop at the Pavilion at Star Lake. Now, the concert is scheduled on Friday, August 14th. Tickets will be available at googooDolls.com Friday at 10 a.m. KDKA Sports Monday Night Football. It's Eagles-Chargers at Los Angeles. The news is brought to you by P.J. Fitzpatrick. Home improvements with no interest financing if you need it. TrustPJ.com. KDKA Radio News Time, 11:03. It's 22 and overcast in Pittsburgh. AAA traffic and the AccuWeather forecast next.
Diabetes, high blood pressure, anxiety meds, everyone's on them. If you're a 50-year-old male, maybe a bit porky, and you may even have type 2 diabetes, $1 million of term insurance may only cost you about $200 a month. Call Term Provider. Speak with Big Lou at 800-830-4914. Big Lou will find a term life policy for you even if you have type 2 diabetes, are overweight, or have high blood pressure. Term Provider has helped thousands of people like you who think they can't afford term life insurance. To buy $1 million of affordable term life for you, all you need to do is call Big Lou at 800-830-4914. Lou will make sure the scales are tipped in your favor. Call 800-830-4914. Big Lou will answer your call and work to fit you into a term life policy that you can afford. Remember, Big Lou's like you. He's on meds too. Call 800-830-4914. That's 800-830-4914.
Harold, here's what people do. They buy an item, think, oh, what a deal. Then they put it on a credit card. Bad call, sir, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely, especially if they can't pay that off every month. So now they're facing a 25 to 30% interest rate on that. They think they got a deal. Here they ended up paying that item 2 or 3 times over. Let's keep our focus on Jesus this season. Remember, Jesus is the reason for the season.
From the P.J. Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA Traffic, powered by Bowser. Ellie, what's up?
Hey, Marty, it's looking very good for you out there on our roadways because all of our parkways are clear. Over on the Parkway West, that is moving right along in both directions between the airport and the Fort Pitt Tunnel. Over on the Parkway East, that is clear from the Turnpike to the Squirrel Hill Tunnels, as well as the outbound city side. The HOV lanes are closed on the Parkway North. There's no delays on routes 28 or 65, and I-79 shows slow and steady across the Neville Island Bridge. Those HOV lanes, like I said, are closed on the Parkway North, and a heads up for the single lane restrictions on Route 51 in West Mifflin, Baldwin, and Jefferson Hills in both directions between Coal Valley Road and the Mall Drive till 3 p.m. today as crews conduct signal pole installation work. With AAA Traffic, I'm Ellie Popovich on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
Variable clouds this afternoon, high a colder 28, then partly cloudy and very cold, low 14 tonight. Turning cloudy with an afternoon snow shower chance tomorrow, high 36. I'm AccuWeather meteorologist Heather Zare, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Hey, I'm jazzed about this. Time to stock that freezer with the freshest choice meats in the burg. Thanks to Salem's Market and Grill in the Strip. Amazing place. Lamb chops, steaks cut to order, prime rib, ground meat, wings, and so much more. I'm telling you, the meat is as fresh as you can get, and the prices do not blow your budget. Order online. Use their app to arrange pickup or delivery, or visit Salem's at 29th and Penn in the Strip and grab lunch. Open 7 days a week. Free parking right next door.
It's Marty Griffin on the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
So we post a video of a young man downtown who's extremely high. He's pooping on the street, quite frankly. It went viral. His father reached out, and now we're in the middle of this real-life drama to try and save his life. And, man, I couldn't help but think of the best addiction specialist doctor I've ever met in my life. And quite frankly, I had to bring him in here. This kid, Dr. Tom Brophy, joining us. He's head of the Geyser Center. Man, it has that familiar ring, Doc. He's on this rhino drug. He's on fentanyl. Patrick, what's the other drug we're talking about here?
Medetomidine.
Hey, Doc, this stuff is a friggin' nightmare, isn't it, sir?
Yeah, it's scary, and you know those videos are hard to see, and I can't imagine as a father, seeing those videos, having kids myself, and always worrying about the high prevalence of substance use. And these scary substances that are making their way into the illicit drug market, as you guys had mentioned, medetomidine. Before that, it was xylazine. There seems to be always something kind of making it into the drug supply. In addition to the drugs themselves just getting stronger and stronger on a yearly basis, if not a monthly basis, honestly. And it's then you see that classic video where you have somebody who's kind of bent over. Yes. that they're almost asleep on their feet, and you understand that the effects that these things are having in the brain, and in that moment, people love to cast judgment, and people love to that's our egos kind of protecting ourselves, making ourselves feel better, but when you see the profound effects that drug is having on that brain, you start to realize how outside normal neurologic function, this person is at. And make no mistake, like at that moment that they're incredibly high and sedated, right? But even whenever they come down from that high and that sedation, that drug and the effects that it's had on their neuroplasticity, on the hierarchy of their neurologic functioning, it continues to kind of drive that pathology and drive those bad decisions and those problematic decisions continuing, and so people, like I said, people will watch that video and say, well, this person just needs to make a better decision. But what they don't realize is that the drugs have had such an effect on their brain and on their neurologic function.
It's unbelievable.
It's almost impossible for them to make better decisions.
So Doc, along those lines. So along those lines. So your point. So the kid goes onto a friggin' ventilator, man. He gets off the friggin' ventilator. He goes back on the streets to get high, sir. And then we get him into pathways. His dad's amazing. We're going to grab him here in a second. He says to hell with pathways and goes back out on the streets. There is no end to it. Explain that madness, sir, please.
So it's all based on the science of what's going on in their brain, and drugs of abuse, they set their hooks in something, a part of the brain called the limbic system, and that limbic system is usually what is driving people to literally stay alive. I mean, it's the part of our brain that drives us towards needs for food and water and safety and shelter, in addition to things that keep our species alive, like sexual procreation, and all that kind of stuff is coming from this very, very old part of our brain. And when that brain, when those needs are not met, you can't use that logical, rational, thinking part of your brain. And most of us in today's society, we've never experienced anything like that, right? But if you understand human psychology and you understand things like Maslow's hierarchy of needs, and you've seen these things unfold in other communities, when personal safety and when the basic needs of survival, when those are taken away, all that niceness, all that cooperation, all that thinking about what would I like to do today? Those things, those privileged higher executive functioning, those go offline until those needs are met. And so when a drug, and this is not guesswork, this is not Dr. Brophy's theory, we tag those drugs with a little radioactive isotope and we watch where it goes on the brain, it goes to that limbic system, it goes to that survival part of their brain. So for that person, while anybody else might come off of a ventilator and say, holy crap, what the heck just happened? I almost just lost my life. That person that is in that experience, who is the substance user, their experience is very different, because they pull that tube out and their brain's first thought is, I need to get that drug because that's what I need to survive.
Hey Doc, hang on one second. Hey Will, it's Marty. How are you today? How are you doing?
I'm okay. How are you, Marty?
You're living this nightmare with your son. Minute to minute, are you not, sir?
Right. Yeah, he's lost a lot of weight. His hair's falling out. I just want to save his life, but he'll do anything and everything to get high.
Where is he right now? Do you know?
No. He was with his brother yesterday, and he left and went downtown, and I don't know where he's at now.
And he literally walked out of the treatment center pathways that we got him into in 10 minutes, right? I mean, an hour maybe?
That's what he said.
Huh?
That's what he said. You don't know what to believe.
And it's taken over his entire body, has it not?
Yeah, it really has. And you just want to know what to do. There's a bad echo I'm having on my phone.
Bad echo.
Bad echo. But anyhow.
Better?
I don't know how to convince him to get into treatment.
Well, he says to hell with you. You had him in the house on Friday. He literally just left and said to hell with it, right?
Right.
Hey, Will, how many times have you had him in rehab? How many?
Robs your soul.
How many times
Yeah.
you've had him in rehab?
Oh, God. Like I said, 20, 30 times.
20, 30. Tom Brophy, jump in here.
Yeah.
This is common, isn't it, sir?
Yeah, it's very common, and as heartbreaking as it is to hear, unfortunately, it's a story that we hear all too often. And we understand a little bit about what's going on in these situations. You know, as you guys know, like I have family members who have struggled with substance abuse, and no matter how much I love my family members, no matter how much I want them to embrace treatment, and I want to save their lives, and I want to get them into this program, all I can really do is support them and embrace what's called harm reduction until they enter the right psychological phase of change. So all human beings, we have the psychology behind our behaviors, and we understand that all humans, when they want to make a change, whether they want to get off drugs, whether they want to lose weight, it depends on where they are on that phase of change. And if somebody is in the phase of change called pre-contemplation, the old denial, it doesn't matter how much, convincing, doesn't matter how much treatment, like they are just not there yet.
Or doc, they die, right?
Yes.
Right?
Yeah. That's right. And unfortunately, that's why I'm such a proponent of things like harm reduction. That's why we need Narcan in every first responder's hands. We need safe injection sites.
Wow.
We need the MAT type of support, because whatever we can do to save that person's life and keep them alive until they get to that appropriate phase of change, which many of them will do, but you have to keep them safe and keep them alive in the meantime. And I understand that has societal impacts. I understand that, that's a much longer and deeper conversation, but it's because of the effects that drug has on that limbic system, where their drive is just single tunnel vision, of keeping that drug coming into their body. You can't force somebody into treatment. You can't force them down that pathway. If we could do that, Marty, we would have arrested our way out of this problem a long time ago, because people would sit in jail.
So, Will, what does that tell you, though, Will? You just give up? You can't. It's your son, right?
No, you don't give up. You don't give up.
William, go ahead.
No.
Yeah, no, I won't give up. I mean, when you're gone, you're gone. As long as he still has some breath in him, I'll try to get him some help. I mean, I don't know what else to say, but, you beg them and beg them and beg them, but they just keep going out there. And it's really sad. It's really sad.
Well, he was an amazing son, has a beautiful child, has an insane life ahead of him, if he lives. Right?
Right. Like I said, they give up everything for that one thing, and it's really sad.
And what's he saying? You go into a coma if he withdraws? What's that?
Yeah, I think that's what they do, put them in like a type of a medical-induced coma to help with the withdrawal. So I don't know how to convince. He's worried about seizures during withdrawal and things of that nature. So I don't know. I don't know what kind of soft landing he's looking for, but again.
Hey, Doc. I got to get real personal here. Tom Brophy's the best I've ever met in my life, and cares more than any doctor I've ever known. So I'm connecting you too. We're not hoping for a miracle, but maybe, doctor, you can talk him to a place where there might be some hope, yeah?
Yeah, well, we have a talk scheduled for Wednesday.
Okay.
Where I've carved out some time, because we're just going to get into all the personal details and talk about what sort of things you can embrace. And I know we don't have a ton of time on the radio show, right. But we know from the studies that like punishment based stuff doesn't work, right? Like that's been studied extensively. And it's hard to be compassionate and empathetic and do it in a way where you're also not enabling. Yeah. So it is a very long and complex conversation, and we have these at the treatment center where like we bring family members in and like try and give them some guidance, but treatment in a situation like this, it starts with that detox phase, and that detox phase is that first 7 days where it's operation let's not let this person die from complications like seizures and serious forms of withdrawal, which are mainly for alcohol, benzos, but now with the opioids, with all these sedatives kind of making their way into the opioids, detox is appropriate for a lot more more situations now. And then when those drugs are working their way out of the system, then you get to a situation where you go from detox to that long-term inpatient care, hopefully 90 days at least, and that's where you really start to work on everything from coping mechanisms to addressing, the motivations behind the drug use, managing coexisting mental health conditions and things that they might be self-medicating for. So it's a complex process, but that's why we do what we do for situations exactly like this, because we know if we can stabilize this person, if we can save their life, we know that, that there's a child waiting for their parents, to come back into their life, and so many other things that, obviously there's a father waiting for his son, to come back into normalcy and be a part of the family.
Doctor,
and it's so worth it when they do get to that point.
Dr. Tom Brophy.
It's a challenge. It's hard.
Dr. Tom Brophy with the Geyser Center. William, we got to go with this, brother. We got to run with it, right?
Yeah, I appreciate all your help, honestly, because this demon is, it'll do anything to survive,
It will. Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Talk to both of you again. Hang in there. Thanks, Doc.
Thank you. Thanks.
Wow. From the PJ Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA traffic powered by Bowser. Ellie, what's up?
Hey, Marty, looking at the PennDOT traffic cameras, we have an accident just reported in the Strip District at 22nd and Liberty Avenue. So use caution as emergency crews make their way to the scene. Over on Route 28, that's all clear from the Highland Park Bridge down to the north side. Traffic on all the parkways are looking good as well. I don't see any types of major delays heading into or out of our area tunnels. So that's great news if you're traveling east, west, or north of the city. But those HOV lanes are still closed on the Parkway North. And on Route 51, road crews are still working on the main break, which happened over the weekend at Greenlee. This is at the Get-Go gas station, and the turning lane is being used to help traffic flow, and the two northbound lanes are closed. So give yourself extra time if headed in that direction. With AAA Traffic, I'm Ellie Popovich on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Listen to KDKA Radio on the Odyssey, iHeartRadio, or TuneIn apps.
Celebrate the people who matter most to you with a AAA membership. The ultimate stocking stuffer that brings peace of mind all year long. From exclusive savings on shopping, dining, and events, to amazing deals on theme parks, entertainment, and even travel planning for that perfect winter escape. AAA helps make every season shine a little brighter. And at the heart of it all, every membership includes their trusted roadside assistance. So whether it's a flat tire or a dead battery, they're just a phone call away 24/7. And right now, you can give the gift of AAA for only $35. And it includes a free household member. Plus, as a thank you, they'll send you a $20 gift card. So go ahead, spread a little joy, a little love, and a lot of peace of mind. Visit AAA.com/gift. AAA, we're always with you.
Is there constantly someone in the family fighting a cold? Fight back with Sniper, a hospital-grade disinfectant that kills viruses and bacteria, and it won't hurt your skin, your pets, or our environment. Hi, this is Larry Richard. Get Sniper. It's safe to use in your home and office. Simply spray and walk away to kill germs for maximum protection. Pick up a bottle of Sniper at your local True Value store or visit disinfectwithsniper.com. Get it now.
Oakmont has become a food mecca. Get over there right now for stocking stuffers for friends and family. Check it out. The Lot at Edgewater, the Pub at 333, Hofstadt's, Michael A's, Vinny's Tavern, and Carnivores. All of them by my man JK, the guru, the restaurant king in Oakmont. Get gift cards. I'm telling you, folks, Oakmont has become a restaurant mecca. The best food in town. Check out Oakmont. Hey, folks, 'tis the season to get your home quite clean before Christmas. Save big. Call Coit right now. Save 50% off all your first Coit cleaning service. Save 40% off all other services. That's right. Ask Santa to put Coit on your Christmas list. Save 50% off either carpets, rugs, upholstery, drapes, and blinds, and more. Call Coit. 1-800-FOR-COIT. 1-800-FOR-COIT. Also, give the gift of a clean home with Coit gift cards. 1-800-FOR-COIT.
Joy is one of the best feelings there is. Joy is a hot meal on a cold winter day. Joy is finding comfort in a place to call home when you have nowhere to go. Joy is the sound of presents unwrapping on Christmas morning. Every dollar that you give to the Salvation Army today brings joy to someone in need. Help provide food, shelter, utilities, and more. Text the word kettle to 31333 or visit salvationarmywpa.org to give joy today.
2D Mechanical Systems, Pittsburgh's HVAC, plumbing, and electric leaders, is a family business that I truly admire. 2D culture is built on ethics, service, and making a difference in our community. 2D Mechanical Systems, they're the people you want working in your home.
Dazzling December specials for the holidays at Coons Market.
Fresh ground round, $4.49 a pound. Navel oranges, 4-pound bag, $2.99 each. And Yoplait yogurt, 8-count package, $3.99 each. Come see us at Coons.
UPMC, life-changing, life-saving information. I live it every day.
Hear about it, then talk about it. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
Damn. I don't know, man. I just don't know. To those of you who disparage our posting of videos of drug addicts and homeless folks downtown, that's why we do it, honestly. Without the video that we posted, that young man isn't even in the ballpark of anyone giving a flying rat's, other than his dad, who's out there on his own. It brought him to his dad's attention and brought him to the attention of authorities who tried to help, got him into a center on Friday. He was out by Friday night. It's the hell trip. And now it has the attention of Tom Brophy's out there wandering right now. What normal folks or folks that kind of think in everyday life kind of terms can't imagine. So the young man, his name is Will, he comes home because it's so damn cold. And he was high. And we have his dad on the air. This is Friday. And his dad says he's in the basement. True story. So he comes off his buzz. And he gets his brother, Dad gets the brother to watch over him. Well, he watches over him, and then he agrees to go to this center downtown, which has a great record, does great work, spent an hour there. Said, to hell with this doesn't work. Seriously, this is where Pathways are really, really, really good folks. Walks out, gets high, back in the house again. Dad's at work, the brother's there, and the brother's watching over him so he doesn't get high again. He starts to detox, runs from the house, and now he's out in the streets again. And Brophy, I'm telling you, genius level. His dad and I have been communicating constantly all weekend about the regret and the commitment and the life and death moments. And this boy, his son, was very handsome. Has a beautiful, beautiful daughter. Had a hell of a life ahead of him. And now, and for the morons who said he asked for it, go to hell. No, really, go to hell. Screw you. I mean that. My mom used to say this, if not but for the grace of God, therefore art thou go. And by the way, judge me all you want for posting the videos. We're chipping away at helping the folks that end up in the videos because their loved ones reach out and say, where the hell are they? I'm going to get them. And if we can save some lives, I don't care about your disdain because you're sitting at home in your underwear in your mom's basement sending me nasty messages while a young man's out there in the streets who could die without help, and we're getting him the help. And I don't know how this story ends. I just don't. But we're giving it all we have. But right now there's a father that's freaking out all day and all night because his son's out there trying to get high one more time, hoping to live.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group. Did you buy a timeshare because they told you it was a great investment? That's a lie. Most timeshares can be bought online for $1. To find out what your timeshare is worth and to cancel it, Call us today and we'll send you our timeshare exit kit free with all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley for your free exit info guide. 800-990-1551. That's 800-990-1551.
A new exclusive offer with an eligible Bank of America Visa credit card is your opportunity to go from cardholder to ticket holder for the FIFA World Cup 2026. For a limited time, when you're approved for a new customized cash rewards or unlimited cash rewards Visa credit card, you're eligible for a chance to purchase FIFA World Cup 2026 tickets. Learn more today at bfa.com/cardfwc26. What would you like the power to do? Bank of America, proud to be the official bank of FIFA World Cup 2026. Bank of America N.A. in partnership with Visa. Terms apply. All rights reserved.
At Audion Hearing, our mission is simple: to make better hearing affordable for everyone. This Christmas holiday, enjoy exclusive savings on our high-quality rechargeable hearing aids. Clear, comfortable, and ready to use right out of the box. And here's a study worth hearing. Research shows that wearing hearing aids can reduce your risk of dementia by up to 61%. Join over 1 million happy customers and shop Christmas holiday deals before they're gone at audionhearing.com. That's AUDIEN hearing.com.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group. Did you buy a timeshare because they told you it was a great investment? That's a lie. Most timeshares can be bought online for $1. To find out what your timeshare is worth and to cancel it, call us today and we'll send you our timeshare exit kit free with all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley for your free exit info guide. 800-941-2255. That's 800-941-2255.
From the Aetna Medicare Studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
22 with overcast skies. It's 11:30. I'm Paul Rasmussen. Pittsburgh's controller says the outgoing mayor's 2026 budget proposal could produce operating losses and a shrinking rainy day fund. Now, Pittsburgh Council member Barb Warwick says there's a $30 million shortfall in the budget. Warwick told KDK's Marty Griffin this morning her solution is a 30% tax hike.
That will bring in approximately $41 million. So that will help fill this gap with vehicles, utilities, and overtime.
Warwick estimates the average Pittsburgh resident pays $800 in annual taxes. Her 30% increase would raise that number to $1,040 a year. There's a public hearing tonight about the Pittsburgh Public Schools budget for the next academic year. The spending plan includes a projected deficit of more than $12 million and includes a 4% tax hike. Monroeville police are investigating an accident involving an SUV and a school bus this morning on Monroeville Boulevard. It happened around 8:30 at the stoplight in front of Target and Giant Eagle. Police say there were 5 students and 2 adults on the school bus and 1 adult in the SUV. Everyone was able to get out of the vehicles and were taken to Forbes Regional Hospital to be evaluated. Police say none of the injuries appear to be serious. And the man fatally shot in New Kensington over the weekend has been identified. Police say 46-year-old Jeffrey Ballard was shot at the Elks Lodge on 3rd Avenue at around 3:30 a.m. Saturday. Ballard was taken to a hospital where he later died. Westmoreland County detectives and New Kensington police are investigating. At this hour on Wall Street, the Dow is down 133 points at 47,822. The Nasdaq is down 35. The S&P down 19 points. KDKA Radio News Time 11:31. Our next update at noon. I'm Paul Rasmussen on the Voice of Pittsburgh News Radio KDKA.
Hi, I'm Joe Cordell of Cordell & Cordell, America's largest family law firm. During this time of year, difficult relationships sometimes become impossible. If you or someone you care about is facing a family law issue, let us set up a 1-hour Cordell Consult. The Cordell Consult is a meeting with a local attorney who will give you clear guidance about your options, whether it's a separation, a postnuptial agreement, divorce, or custody. CordellCordell.com.
Pittsburgh and Cranberry Township. Joseph Cordell, licensed in Missouri and Illinois only.
When it comes to building Pennsylvania's future, the laborers are on the job. From highways and bridges to schools, hospitals, energy projects, the men and women of the Pennsylvania Laborers District Council deliver the skilled work that keeps our communities moving forward. Joe LaQuatra is leading the charge to train the next generation, protect worker safety, and stand up for fair wages and benefits. When laborers build, Pennsylvania grows stronger. The Pennsylvania Laborers District Council, working hard every day. My people.
Honey, I found the perfect place for my parents and us.
Where?
St. Barnabas. For us, the Woodlands Carriage Home Community. And for my parents, condominium-style living at the Village. My folks will love the Village. There's an indoor mall with shops, restaurants, and more. And we can relax, knowing they're safe and secure.
That's what I plan to do when we move to St. Barnabas. Relax.
Call 724-444-5568 or visit stbarnabascommunities.com.
Man, it's cold. Duh. So I get up this morning and I'm in the living room and I feel a draft coming from one of the old windows. This is the truth. Big one. And I'm literally thinking, I am calling the great folks at Universal Windows Direct for several reasons. The winter blues, the cold breeze is insanely cold. And then this deal, you buy two, get two free, no limit, and 0% interest for 60 months, which is amazing. 5 years, 0% financing. Come on, folks. And a free vacation voucher with your project. How about that? Plus, they'll lock in 2025 pricing now. It's an amazing opportunity with an amazing company. 412-545-6003. 412-545-6003. Universal Windows Direct.
Did you know you can spend your PA taxes to fund a scholarship for a child in need and get a 90% tax credit refund? Through Blocks, that's BLOCS, you can direct your state tax liability, fund a scholarship, direct it to the tuition-based school of your choice, and receive a 90% refund on the donated amount. It's a simple process, and you can fund a scholarship that will change a child's life. Tax credit slots are filling up fast, and you must make your commitment by December 23rd. Head to BLOCS.org now.
Hey, folks, it's Marty Griffin. This is important stuff. Health insurance options. You got to talk to my friends at MediConnect. They're changing the game in health insurance. Individual coverage to Medicare. They ensure that you get the most while paying the least. I've seen it. They connect you with all the insurance options in our area. Their loyalties lie with you. Their services are free. Don't call the carrier. Call MediConnect. 888-818-6334. Please, tell them Marty sent you. From the P.J. Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA Traffic, powered by Bowser. Ellie, what's up, my friend?
Hey, Marty. Traffic around the area looks pretty good out there. There aren't any major delays on our roadways, although we do still have emergency crews on the accident in the Strip District at 22nd and Liberty Avenue. So use caution if you are near this area. Over on the Parkway West, I see no delays as you make your way from Greater Pitt to Green Tree Road to the tunnels, the same in the opposite direction. So that's great news to report. No major delays on the Parkway East on either side of the tunnels, so everything is rolling around nicely. And on Route 28, I'm not seeing any issues for you. And those HOV lanes are still closed on the outbound Parkway North. And we have utility work on Benavin Heights Road, northbound between Camp Horn Road and Mount Iniba Road, so there's a shoulder closed. Also, there is utility work on I-279 northbound between Exit 7 Bellevue Westview and Exit 8 Camp Horn Road, where there is a shoulder closed. With AAA Traffic, I'm Ellie Popovich on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
Colder with variable clouds and a high of 28 this afternoon, then partly cloudy and very cold, low 14 tonight. An afternoon snow shower chance mainly north of the city tomorrow, high 36. I'm AccuWeather meteorologist Heather Zayer, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Are you looking to hire? ZipRecruiter finds the best candidate for your job fast. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ziprecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free.
The KDKA radio text line is driven by Kenny Ross Auto Group. Find your best deal and Pittsburgh's best warranty at KennyRoss.com.
Here we go. It's a Monday. Let's start the week right. And holidays aren't too far off, but let's start the week right. This one, right? 2 to 6, Colin Dunlap, right here, KDKA.
So my daughter has a young lady in her sorority that spent her first 2 years at CCAC and brought into the process in CCAC credits from high school. And so then her friend now ends up as a kind of like a mid-year junior at Pitt with no debt. Hello. no debt from CCAC, which is insanely cool. Check this out. Young lady from Pine Richland. This is amazing. So she had classes from Pine Richland and CCAC classes. So she goes into college with 40 credits. Hello. Come on, man. Come on. I'm a big fan of this process for 8,000 reasons, which is why I had to grab Dr. Dorothy Collins. Hi, doctor. How are you today?
I'm doing good. How are you?
It's great stuff, doctor. She is the VP of Enrollment Services and Student Affairs. This dual enrollment opportunity is so cool, Doc. Explain it to us, please.
Okay. So dual enrollment is the opportunity for high school students to take college credits at CCAC or any other university or college during their high school time. They can either take the classes in addition to their high school credits, or some of those can count towards their high school credits as well.
Well, obviously, I was a dummy. I couldn't have done any of this. I barely made it through high school, yet college. But how do kids manage it, doctor? It sounds hard, but I know a bunch of kids that do it. How do they do it, doctor?
They manage their time. They set up a schedule, and most of the courses they choose are courses that they're interested in. So when you have an interest in something you like to do, you're going to put that extra in to make sure that it actually gets done. But they're also one of the programs that we have, the BNY program. It's an early college program. These students earn stipends based on the grade that they get in the course. So that's a motivator. Whoa. If I'm going to get $200 for earning an A in a business introduction to business course, of course I'm going to take that. Whoa. If you earn a B, you get $150. If you earn a C, you get $100.
What would I have gotten for my D's, Doc?
You wouldn't have got anything for the D's, but you would have had a conversation with us because we're not looking for any D's. We're pushing you. We got the extra support. We got the support services. You need tutoring. You need time management. You need note-taking skills. We have those folks in place to be able to assist.
Dr. Dorothy Collins, CCAC VP of Enrollment Services and Student Affairs. Look, we have a bunch of friends, and their kids are in Lebo, and they're doing this. You go into school with a big advantage, do you not, doctor?
Yes. Just think about it. It takes you 60 credits to get an associate's degree. Depending on a certificate, it can be anywhere from 15 credits or less, depending on what type of certificate. You take those credits and transfer them to a four-year institution. You talk about your neighbors. My own children did it themselves. My daughter completed college in 3 years versus 4, and was able to go to law school and complete it all in 6 years versus 7 years.
Whoa. Hell yeah. And is it daunting for parents? They think, oh, no, Johnny can't do this. Susie can't do this. You have to explain to them, talk them through it?
No, we don't really have to talk them through it. Once they hear about the information, one thing is the program is free.
Oh, yeah.
So if you don't have to pay anything to get rid of get those credits on your transcript now in high school, once they do transfer to that four-year institution, they have less time to actually pay. You're looking at 2 years if they walk away with a degree or a certificate, you're looking at even less. I'm saying being able to have the first and second year paid up before you make it to that four-year transition. You know how much it costs to attend a four-year institution. And I'm just going to throw back again. My son did the same thing. He did the 2 years, less time. He earned a master's degree. He did it in 5 years.
Whoa. So your kids are really smart, aren't they?
They did what they had to do. They were on athletic basketball scholarships, so I think that's an encouragement, to help, because you want to be able to play in that game.
I love that.
Next level.
So they're motivated, they're athletic, they're perfect kids. Hey, Doc, what about the parents who are listening right now, because I'm getting texts? Is this just for gifted kids? Can, quote-unquote, regular kids manage this, Doc?
Yes, regular kids can manage this, yes. We don't look at if you're gifted. You come in, if you're 11th and 12th graders, No prerequisites. You come in, you go ahead, and you're able to take the courses. Anyone that's under the 11th or 12th graders, you do have to take our placement test to look where you actually land at as far as placement test. And we want to see where you actually land at. Are you college level ready or not?
Yeah. So that was my next question. You can start doing this in what grade?
They can start as early as 9th grade.
Whoa! Come on. That is crazy. What the hell?
And I do want to push it out, too. If you do have some honor students, 7th and 8th grades, they can also come in and take that placement test as well. Yes.
Hey, Doc, one of my boys texted me, do you have summer classes?
Yes, we have summer classes.
Right.
We actually open up for summer classes in April. So definitely, if you're interested, you can start the process now and be ready to register in April for summer courses.
I'm getting all these texts about this. People love this. Hold on. Let me make sure I get to this. From my boy, the world's greatest plumber, regarding his daughter. Is senior year too late?
No.
Wow. Give me the type of a class.
We have a lot of workforce programs that get you into the jobs. We have advanced manufacturing, robotics, mechatronics, HVAC, all of those CDL, all of those type of programming if you're not interested in the credit programming as well. CDL people make over 6 digits depending on what company they work for.
Doctor, I love that you're doing this today. This has me really excited, and my phone's blowing up so other people. I don't think people knew this was out there. I just don't. I think it's magnificent.
Well, let people know we have 4 campuses. We have 2 centers. Stop at any one of those places, and enrollment services staff is there to be able to assist you with the application process.
And what percentage of your students, Doctor, leave CCAC with no debt? How high is it?
Oh, we're at 85%.
Wow. Love it. Doctor, you're the absolute best. It's the best thing I heard all day. Thank you, Doctor.
Thank you.
Folks, you got to check that out. She's wonderful, by the way. You got to check that out, folks. That is amazing. I would have lost any bet that said you could put a 7th grader in CCAC to take classes. Wow. I'm going to tell my wife this tonight. Vince, get in here. What? Huh? No, Dad. From the PJ Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA Traffic, powered by Bowser. Ellie, what's up?
Hey, Marty, traffic is clear in both the city side and suburban side of the Parkway East, and on the outbound side of the HOV lanes, it is now open on the Parkway North. We have single lane restrictions on Route 51 in West Mifflin, Baldwin, and Jefferson Hills in both directions between Coal Hollow Road and Mall Drive till 3 p.m. today as crews conduct signal pole installation work. And we have utility work on Ben Avon Heights Road northbound between Camp Horn Road and Mount Nebo Road. So there is a shoulder closed. Also, there is utility work on I-279 northbound between exit 7 Bellevue Westview and exit 8 Camp Horn Road, where there is a shoulder closed. Also, there is utility work on Steubenville Pike in both directions between Lincoln Highway and Logan Road with lane restrictions till 5 o'clock today. With AAA Traffic, I'm Ellie Popovich on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Listen to the Marty Griffin Show on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Hey, folks, your last chance is your best chance as my friend Robert Levin and his Levin Furniture and Mattress team continue their Black Friday deals. Get an extra 25% off Levin's already low prices store-wide on brands like Lazy Boy and Flex Steel, the lowest prices on top brand mattresses, plus 5-year special financing, no money down on qualifying purchases of $24.99 or more. Get an amazing $50 gift card. It's your final chance for amazing deals during the extended Black Friday sale at all Levin's locations.
From the beautiful grounds of Jefferson Memorial Cemetery and Funeral Home, they extend their warmest holiday greetings. Let us honor the spirit of the season by cherishing the memories of our loved ones. May this time be a testament to the enduring power of love, unity, and hope. For so many missing a loved one, join them for their last grief support group of the year on December 12th, where you can connect with others, share, or simply listen. Where there is an empty chair, may your hearts be filled with memories of love. From the Jefferson family, they wish you a peaceful peaceful holiday season.
I'm Ed Evans, CEO of Consumer Cellular. No, we're not one of the big guys. Truth is, we don't want to be. If you're over 50, Big Wireless probably has you paying for more data than you might need. You could be throwing away thousands over a lifetime.
Our entry-level data plans start at just $20 a month. And for a limited time, switch and get your second month free. Call 1-888-FREEDOM, visit consumercellular.com or a store near you and get your second month free today. Plans include $5 credit for auto pay and e-billing. See site for additional details.
Hey, I'm Mike Slater. My dad passed away at the age of 63. It's out of nowhere. Had a stroke. Super hard, obviously, for the whole family, but my dad had life insurance. This is why I have life insurance for my family, for my wife and 4 kids. And the best place to get life insurance is ethos.com, because you can do it in 10 minutes. And there's no medical exam and no blood test, just a few health questions. Get life insurance in 10 minutes so your family is protected. Ethos, E-T-H-O-S, ethos.com/life.
Hearing the news every day is one thing. Hearing it hit home is something altogether different. That's the difference you hear every day on KDKA Radio. We go beyond the benign headlines and bring the news to life, your life. So stay here and hear the news and what a difference it makes. 100.1 FM and AM 1020, KDKA.
At PJ Fitzpatrick, you don't have to pick between affordability and quality. You can get American-made windows that are beautiful, affordable, and energy efficient. PJ Fitzpatrick has a variety of financing packages that work with any budget. Plus, they provide peace of mind with a lifetime guarantee on materials and labor for your new windows. You can have it all. Visit trustpj.com for a free design consultation. That's trustpj.com.
The holidays are here at oliverflowers.com. Flowers make great gifts. oliverflowers.com. And they deliver. oliverflowers.com. Family owned for 95 years. oliverflowers.com. Everything you need to deck the halls. oliverflowers.com. Looking for the perfect gift? Want to make shopping easy? oliverflowers.com. Flowers, plants, candy, cuddly plush animals, and yes, balloon bouquets are back. Go to oliverflowers.com to start your holiday shopping and decorating today. oliverflowers.com.
Have an issue in your community? Talk about it now with Marty Griffin. 100.1 FM and AM 1020, KDKA.
Man, here's what happened. And this is true, and I'll admit it. And I think Patrick saw some of it himself. We all have. There's a stigma. There just is. And I fought it, and I should have listened, but I was ignorant and stubborn. And my father and mother weren't tough enough on me in that regard. They should have just said, you're going to CCAC, screw it. But instead, I bounced around and got C- and D's in college and barely made it. If I hadn't found interest in this, I have no idea. But my point is, the CCAC path is insanely cool and pragmatic as hell. Using my daughter's friend as an example. 0 debt from 2 years of college. And then she transfers credits, those full 2 years, into PIT. And only has 1.5 years of PIT to pay for. Hello. I mean, it's friggin' brilliant. And I didn't know until she just said it that you could do this in high school that early, or 7th grade. I think it's amazing. Amazing as hell. I'm going to tell my wife tonight about this high school thing and see if we can get some credits for Vince. And my boy, who's probably my closest friend in this town, whose daughter is gifted, he's looking for this program right now. And plumber Ken, same thing. Look, man, if your kid can go into school with a degree, hello. Come on, man. If you can save $100,000, man. Speaking of money, that's called a transition. My boy Jimmy, the whole buzz in this town is this tax increase. And Jim is great at crunching numbers because he's worked in politics and number crunching for decades. And so we had the, Jimbo, what was the county tax increase? 38%, right?
I think it was 36.
Okay, 36.
Now I think about it.
And then the school board's going for 4, right?
They want the millage increased by 4.
then water's going up. Electric rates are going up, right?
Well, electric is up 14%, and the state is like looking at the water because they want so much that they're even making them nervous.
And so then Warwick calls in. She wants this 30% increase. You crunch the numbers. What will that mean?
Well, if you have a house, and the low end houses in the city are probably about $200,000. So if she gets 30%, that would be like $241.80 for $100,000. So you're looking at $500 for a $200,000 house, and then you add everything else in. So you're looking at a couple thousand. Now the folks that live in the high end.
Hold on. Don't gloss over that. A couple thousand is a hell of a lot of money, is it not, sir?
There's no question about it. Man. So many senior citizens in this city are on fixed income.
Right on.
I mean, you know yourself with all the help you do with Get Marty, the folks you got to help that live in the city that can't even make grades without this.
Hell no.
So, it's going to be a huge burden. Seniors I've talked to have said, well, we're going to get a few bucks for Social Security, but they just
4%. Come on, man.
Here we go.
And then drug prices, and then insurance costs.
Do you realize if you live in one of those $1 billion houses in Squirrel Hill, I mean, they're going to end up paying another $10,000 a year.
Whoa.
I mean, that's how nuts this is.
Whoa.
Because where are you going to get a house for under $200,000 in the city right now?
I don't know, sir.
That's what I'm saying.
I can't help you. I don't know.
You're going to see. No, you can't. You can't. I know the houses in my neighborhood that when I first moved in here that sold between $50,000 and $100,000. They're getting $400,000.
I saw that in Dormont. The average is $270 in Dormont. When I moved here, $60,000.
Yeah.
So hold on. So, if you have a $500,000 house, roughly, how much more are you going to pay in taxes in the city? Just the city tax increase.
Well, in the city, you're talking maybe another $1,500 to $1,700 if you have a house that. That's just city tax. Now add the county, add the schools. You're going to get, and then the electric and water bill are coming in. Do you think the gas company's going to sit there and say everybody's getting theirs with them? It will be cheaper for folks to move into Butler, Washington, Westmoreland.
Oh yeah.
I mean, a lot of money cheaper, not just, Marty, it's so bad. One of my daughters lives in a plant about 5 miles south of South Fayette.
Yeah.
The entire plant are Allegheny County people. I mean, it's ridiculous. And they're just going to create this huge exodus because they're not paying attention to the people that are paying the freight in this county.
Jimmy, hold on, man. You know these people. This has no chance of passing, does it? Hold on. Let me throw this. Are they doing the 30 and then they hope to get 15? You know what I'm saying? That whole game.
It would be suicide for them to go for 30. But I think that your rationale makes sense to me to say, well, we were going to give you 30, but like they did in the county where they wanted this huge number, then they dropped it. I think they'll end up getting half of that. But the point is they're still going to get what they want. You know how politics works. They play games with the people's emotions. Well, they wanted.
I texted Corey. I'm not beating him up, but he said he hasn't responded, so he's probably not even considering this. But I don't know.
Well, I don't know, and I don't want to disparage the guy. He hasn't even sworn in yet. But my gut tells me after watching this for the last 40-plus years, there's people on council that are going to do his dirty work so that he walks in there clean. But if it was Rich Fitzgerald, for instance, or Dick Caligiuri, they would already push the mayor aside and say, look, this is what we're going to do. We're going to. I'm going to have a summit like they did at CMU, and bring in Senator McCormick.
No, you're right.
I'm going to bring in the governor, and we're going to solve this.
Yeah.
But there's no leadership. Nobody in this county wants to step to the front and say, I got this. We're going to fix this. Because there's no leaders in this county anymore. And some of and this is what really upsets me, some of the stalwarts that have been in office here for a long time, they don't want opposition from the left, so they're sitting there in silence.
Wow.
And that's the saddest part
Jimmy,
about
thanks, brother. Thank you, my man.
All right, bro.
Man, that's a lot of money.
It's the little things, the information you need, people you know, the little things that make a big difference. The voice of Pittsburgh, 100.1 FM and AM 1020, KDKA.
That musty smell in your basement, dark spots on the wall. Don't assume all that's just old house stuff. No, it could be mold, and mold never waits. It spreads, it damages, it threatens your health. Ugh. Service Master Greater Pittsburgh, that's who you need to call. And they don't just paint over the problem. They find the source, they remove the mold, they fix it once and for all. Demand the yellow van. Service Master of Greater Pittsburgh. Call them today. 412-826-1010.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-6986. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS. Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start. Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-6986. That's 800-575-6986. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
My daughter, Sophia, turned 21. We went on the page for Oakmont Bakery. Their website's insane. 3,000 different designs. Seriously. Bespoke cakes. The best birthday cake she's ever had. Custom design. Custom flavors. All of it hand-selected. It's amazing. And it was absolutely delicious. Oakmont Bakery. Delicious.
SchultzFord.com. 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 SchultzFord.com.
KDKA and KDKA FM HD2 Pittsburgh. W261AX Pittsburgh.
Always live on the free Odyssey app. From the Aetna Medicare studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
23 and cloudy at 12 o'clock. I'm Paul Rasmussen. Monroeville police are investigating an accident involving an SUV and a school bus this morning on Monroeville Boulevard. It happened around 8:30 at the stoplight in front of Target and Giant Eagle. Police say there were 5 students and 2 adults on the school bus and 1 adult in the SUV. Everyone was able to get out of the vehicles and were taken to Forbes Regional Hospital to be evaluated. Police say none of the injuries appear to be serious. Pittsburgh Public Safety says a driver was taken to a hospital after a vehicle flipped over in Overbrook this morning. The accident happened just after 10 a.m. on the 2200 block of Glenbury Street. Crews used air chisels and hydraulic cutters to remove the roof to get to the driver, who was taken to UPMC Mercy in stable condition. Pittsburgh Council's deliberations on next year's spending plan now include a tax hike. Council member Barb Warwick told KDKA's Marty Griffin there's a $30 million shortfall in the budget. Her solution?
I am introducing a 30% tax increase.
Warwick said the city needs to spend at least $10 million to address fleet issues. In addition, more money is needed to pay higher utility costs and meet overtime pay obligations. City Council member Teresa Cale-Smith says she will not support a tax increase until the city does more to trim costs. She says she's eager to hear what Deputy Mayor Jake Pollack has to say about the budget when he comes before council this week.
I think that we need to have some real conversations, not just throwing legislation out, not just throwing threats out, not just putting our residents on edge while they're waiting for another bill, another payment.
Cale-Smith says council needs to be fiscally responsible as residents face higher day-to-day costs. Longtime Penn Hill School Board President Erin Vecchio was reelected last week, but her nomination drew controversy. With that story, News Radio KDKA's Tamira Rush.
Newly elected member Reginald Hickman voiced his opposition to the board's decision.
We have a school district that's 63% African American, and I really do think that we would best represent the community having an African American elected as president. Thank you.
Erin Vecchio, who has served on the board for 26 years and is president for 9, says she was shocked by the comments.
I don't pick and choose who I serve. That's what a school board member does. Race should never be brought into a school board or any other seat. We're here to serve the community.
When asked if Vecchio felt things would have turned out differently if the roles were reversed, and she had this to say.
If I'd have said what he said, I'd be on national news.
Tamira Rush, News Radio KDKA.
Paramount is making a hostile bid for Warner Brothers Discovery, challenging Netflix, which reached a $72 billion takeover deal with the company last week. Paramount says it's going straight to Warner Brothers shareholders with a $30 per share cash offer, asking them to reject the deal with Netflix. On Wall Street, the Dow is down 231 points at 47,724. The Nasdaq is down 79. The S&P down 33 points. A cash 5 ticket worth $350,000 was purchased in Allegheny County. That jackpot-winning ticket in Saturday's drawing was sold at Wilson's Pharmacy on Penn Avenue. KDKA Sports on Monday Night Football, Eagles-Chargers at Los Angeles. The news is brought to you by P.J. Fitzpatrick. For your home's windows, siding, doors, and bath, trust PJ.com. KDKA Radio News Time, 12:04. It's 23 and cloudy in Pittsburgh. The AccuWeather forecast next.
Diabetes, high blood pressure, anxiety meds, everyone's on them. If you're a 50-year-old male, maybe a bit porky, and you may even have type 2 diabetes, $1 million of term insurance may only cost you about $200 a month. Call Term Provider. Speak with Big Lou at 800-200-1966. Big Lou will find a term life policy for you even if you have type 2 diabetes, are overweight, or have high blood pressure. Term Provider has helped thousands of people like you who think they can't afford term life insurance. To buy $1 million of affordable term life for you, all you need to do is call Big Lou at 800-200-1966. Lou will make sure the scales are tipped in your favor. Call 800-200-1966. Big Lou will answer your call and work to fit you into a term life policy that you can afford. Remember, Big Lou's like you. He's on meds too. Call 800-200-1966 or biglou.com.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-9834. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS.
Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start.
Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems.
We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau.
You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-9834. That's 800-575-9834. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
Colder with variable clouds and a high of 28 this afternoon, then partly cloudy and very cold, low 14 tonight. An afternoon snow shower chance mainly north of the city tomorrow, high 36. I'm AccuWeather meteorologist Heather Zayer, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Kimberly Allen here with Corrigan Moving Systems. Planning to move your office or business? Trust Corrigan Moving Systems, formerly Parks Moving and Storage, Pittsburgh's leader in workplace solutions. From office relocations to decommissioning, warehousing, and inventory management. Corrigan makes moving seamless so your office can be back up and running without skipping a beat. For a free quote, go to CorriganMoving.com or give us a call at 724-237-4578.
You want to be the big hero this holiday season? Give a gift they'll never forget. Instead of just more stuff, give them an incredible experience. Imagine their faces when they learn they're spending a week lounging in a private lazy river in the Outer Banks, splashing in the indoor pool of a massive Deep Creek lake home, or waking up to the waves from an oceanfront condo in Myrtle Beach. The best gifts are memories. Visit SWACvacations.com today to book your dreams summer 2026 getaway. SWAC, S-W-A-C-K, vacations.com.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. If you've been injured in a car accident, call America's largest injury law firm. For over 35 years, my mission has been to deliver more for our clients, to deliver more for you. Injured? Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
He's live, he's local, he's Marty Griffin. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
That quack, and I mean that in the nicest way, Robert F. Kennedy Jr. said in June, which is insane that he said this. He said, hepatitis B, the hepatitis B birth dose is a likely culprit of autism. He said that. Jagoff. He also said the hepatitis B virus is not casually contagious. And then to follow that up, he put this into action when they recommended that they stop giving most babies hepatitis B shots immediately after birth, which is dangerous as hell. Don't take my word. Listen to these sound bites. Listen.
I think there's this misconception that hepatitis B infection is only through sexual transmission and injection drug use. And let's get real. This is not how babies are getting hepatitis B. They're getting hepatitis B from their moms or, and this is very important, other caregivers.
Is it dangerous, deadly? They're saying that this vaccine has saved 1 million lives. Continue.
It makes a huge difference because the infant's immune system is weak at that point. You don't have immunity to these things. And if the infant is exposed to hepatitis B, they have a 90% probability of going on to chronic hepatitis, which means by their 30s and 40s, they might be facing conditions like cirrhosis, liver failure, liver cancer. And that is entirely preventable.
It's unbelievable. Dr. Don Yealy, Chief Medical Officer with UPMC. Doc, this is very unsettling. I don't want to speak for you, sir. It's unsettling, though, isn't it, sir?
Thanks for having me on today. And you're right, Marty. What's scary is who will pay the price for recommendations that are either confusing or dissuade people from.
Hey, Doc, call in. Something with your connection. Call in. I apologize for that. I'll send him the number. Play the last soundbite there, please, brother. Thank you.
Well, I think coming out of COVID in particular, there's really been this shift to much more individualistic approaches to health. The problem with that is, one, we're a country where we don't have the same kinds of healthcare systems that they do in Europe. That was a lot of what was being discussed on Friday. They were comparing U.S. Vaccination policies to those of Denmark. But that is a false comparison because these are countries where everybody gets health care. Yeah. You know, we are a country in which health care is very inaccessible, unaffordable. I mean, look at what's happening with the Luigi Mangione case right now, right? People are angry about our health care system being so expensive and inaccessible. And these kinds of policies were meant to bridge those gaps that not having a universal health care system would provide you.
But if they
Dr.
want to,
Don
parents can still get their
Thanks,
shot.
buddy. Dr. Don Yealy with UPMC joining us. We're creating this culture of fear and vaccine paranoia, are we not, sir?
Well, I think that all of the change and the controversy is making it hard for the average person to decide what they need to do. What we know is that vaccines in general are exceptionally safe. It's almost always better to avoid the infection that they're protecting you from than worry about any particular side effects. Side effects can happen, but they're actually fairly rare. In the hepatitis B scenario, they're almost unheard of. I can't think of one that I know of. And it prevents a disease that is not only terrible, but it's hard to know about for a long period of time. So it sounds like a win to me. And I don't want my children or other people's children exposed to something like that brewing that could have easily been prevented.
Hey, Doc, how did the old policy work versus how this policy will work, sir?
The old approach recommended the vaccine for essentially all children and did not try to make some assessment of each individual child's risk because, in fact, you can't do that with a great degree of accuracy. On top of it, the vaccine is so incredibly safe. It's never been linked to any initial side effects or autism or other things that it's almost all benefit. So what's happened now is the introduction of you may not ever get this exposure or, we don't know as much about the vaccine. We have decades of experience with the vaccine, and we know exactly how safe it is.
Dr. Don Yealy, the best, actually, with UPMC, their chief medical officer. What will your policy, how will you proceed at UPMC, sir?
We are still very much supportive of, encouraging of, and doing everything we can to make sure that young babies get hepatitis B vaccination. Nothing has changed about it. There may be a different voice in the room now from that panel that was empowered by the secretary, but it's not the only voice. Our job throughout this controversy, through previous ones, you and I met during the pandemic, was to try to make the information accessible and understandable. This is something that is very much worth doing for everyone's baby.
Dr. Don Yealy, I got to read you this verbatim. Kennedy, the Hep B birth dose is a likely culprit of autism. Does that have an iota of truth to it, sir?
No, I'm not aware that any vaccination, and in particular this hepatitis B vaccine, has anything to do with autism. Lots of large surveillance being done on this. I understand people wondering, why do we identify autism more frequently than we did years ago? And I understand people wanting there to be an easy blame. This just isn't the right thing to attach it to.
Scares the hell out of me. Dr. Don Yealy, the best, the voice of reason, truth to power, sir. Thank you. Appreciate you, man.
Thanks for having me on.
My man knows what he's talking about, and he tells the damn truth. It's a good thing.
Listen to KDKA Radio on the Odyssey, iHeartRadio, or TuneIn apps.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group. Did you buy a timeshare because they told you it was a great investment? That's a lie. Most timeshares can be bought online for $1. To find out what your timeshare is worth and to cancel it, call us today and we'll send you our timeshare exit kit free with all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley for your free exit info guide. 800-990-1551. That's 800-990-1551.
A new exclusive offer with an eligible Bank of America Visa credit card is your opportunity to go from cardholder to ticket holder for the FIFA World Cup 2026. For a limited time, when you're approved for a new customized cash rewards or unlimited cash rewards Visa credit card, you're eligible for a chance to purchase FIFA World Cup 2026 tickets. Learn more today at BFA.com/card FWC26. What would you like the power to do? Bank of America, proud to be the official bank of FIFA World Cup 2026. Bank of America N.A. in partnership with Visa. Terms apply. All rights reserved.
Celebrate the people who matter most to you with a AAA membership. The ultimate stocking stuffer that brings peace of mind all year long. From exclusive savings on shopping, dining, and events, to amazing deals on theme parks, entertainment, and even travel planning for that perfect winter escape. AAA helps make every season shine a little brighter. And at the heart of it all, every membership includes their trusted roadside assistance. So whether it's a flat tire or a dead battery, they're just a phone call away 24/7. And right now, you can give the gift of AAA for only $35. And it includes a free household member. Plus, as a thank you, they'll send you a $20 gift card. So go ahead, spread a little joy, a little love, and a lot of peace of mind. Visit AAA.com/gift. 888. We're always with you.
Hey, folks, Marty here, Voss TV and Appliance. You'll find the best prices and selection, name brand TVs and appliances. Third-generation family business that's built on relationships, not commissions. From sales, installation, at Voss, Rick, Matt, the entire Voss team are experts who know appliances and TVs inside and out. They won't leave you hanging after the sale. Visit Voss, South Hill Showroom, 412-650-VOSS, 412-650-VOSS. The best prices guaranteed.
It's the most wonderful time of the year. And if you're planning on asking her to marry you this Christmas, you better have one of my rings in your pocket. Hi, this is Joe Urbanowitz, the jeweler. Urbanowitz Jewelers offers the area's finest unique selection of diamond engagement rings with either natural or lab-grown diamonds. Don't settle for a mall chain store or online bargain when you can have the ring she wants at a price you can afford from a reputable family-owned business. And now, through Christmas Eve, you can save up to 25% on almost everything in stock. Urbanowitz Jewelers, Peters Township.
Larry Richard for Larimores. It's no secret that I am colorblind, so gift buying is challenging. Not anymore. With Larimore's friendly expert advice, huge selection, and free gift wrap, I'm shopping at Larimore's this holiday season. Shop online at larimores.com.
At Pittsburgh Regional Transit, we're not going anywhere without you. We're now hiring mechanics and automotive repair persons, and we're offering great pay and benefits. You could even qualify for a starting bonus. Learn more at rideprt.org/careers. PRT is an equal opportunity employer.
UPMC, life-changing, life-saving information. I live it every day.
CBS Eye on Veterans from connectingvets.com. National Guard deployments are being debated after the recent attacks on West Virginia Guard troops in Washington, D.C. National Guard and Iraq War veteran Chris Purdy shares why recent deployments don't align with their intended mission.
These folks are the ones who get called up during snowstorms in the Great Lakes, wildfires in California. They respond to floods in North Carolina after hurricanes. These are the citizen soldiers who know their community the best. It's a really interesting component of our armed forces. I was proud to serve. But what they were not meant to do, even those that might have some sort of policing training, they were not meant to be law enforcement.
Sponsored by Progressive. We make the claims process easy, so you can get back on the road in no time. It's why over 43 million drivers trust Progressive. See for yourself at Progressive.com.
The biggest reason Metropolitan Window Company has been in business since 1978 is our huge list of satisfied customers.
John, Maggie, and Justin Schmutzer here from Metropolitan Window Company, Pittsburgh's locally owned and family-operated window and door company for over 47 years.
When you choose Metropolitan Window Company, you're getting expertise and attention to detail from a trusted business that puts your needs first.
You're also getting our exclusive Infinity from Marvin 100% fiberglass windows that are built for life.
The most important part of a window is the framing. Fiberglass frames won't lose their dimensional integrity. They're the strongest, longest-lasting window you can buy.
And right now, you can save 30% and get 18-month no-interest financing on every window and door product we offer.
Stop by one of our showrooms, visit us at metropolitanwindows.com, or give us a call at 412-655-8411.
PA 1565. The voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
Talk to your doctors, folks. Nick Kennedy, he's a wacko. Come on, man. Talk to a doctor you trust, please. Please. Man. This anti-vaxxer thing, man. They're saying that the Hep B vaccine has saved 1 million lives. I mean, that's... I can't imagine that we'd be in a place where now we've got this whole group of Trumpers, and that's who you are. I'm not picking on you. It's just the vast majority of the anti-vaxxers are Republicans, conservatives. I'm not picking a party here. I'm just picking you apart if you're jeopardizing your kid's safety over some crap from some wacko. Just read some of the weird stuff he did. goofball. Meantime, I keep going back to this because it affects so many people. One of my favorite political leaders of all time, my entire career, and it's a long one, is Teresa Smith, City Council Pres. Teresa, how are you?
Good, how are you?
So how do you feel about, as one of your last acts on Pittsburgh City Council with a magnificent career, how do you feel about the possibility of supporting a 30% tax increase, Teresa?
Well, I don't think there is a possibility of me supporting a tax increase, but I don't like the idea of it. I don't like where we are with this. I know that everyone does what they think is best, and I'm sure Councilwoman Warwick thinks this is what's best. I think she truly believes, this is what needs to happen. But I feel like we have to cut back what we can, reevaluate where we're distributing money, what we're doing with it, and cut back in our own offices. I think, I think that there's a lot of room for some further review and very public conversations.
Hey, I know that your husband and the fellows talk about current events every day. What would they say about 30%? What would they say about 30% tax increase, my friend?
Well, as I'm getting ready to retire, I know what my husband would say. I mean, he's not going to be thrilled about that. But,
right.
But I think it's, the problem is if we weren't doing some of the things we were doing, if we were being fiscally responsible all the time, as I thought I was when I voted no on the budget last year. I didn't just suddenly decide that we're doing something wrong. I tried to make sure my votes over the years reflected my thoughts about the budget and tried to be fiscally responsible. I didn't say we were always perfect, but I think that we try to do the best we can. But having said that, I feel like if we're not going to look at this budget now and say this is where we need to adjust some of these issues and this is where we need to cut back, then nobody wants to hear that we're going to increase taxes so we can continue spending the way that we are. If we're saying we're going to do something different, we're going to cut back, we're going to, we're talking about new people coming in. Who knows what their salaries will be? I mean, if there's any increases promised there, we just don't know. And I think, we just have to, hold the line on everything right now until we just get through these, 2 difficult years.
And then throw in the county tax increase and housing,
the county, the school district,
water,
the
electric,
utilities constantly, right. People are struggling. And I said, we hear constantly how the food bank has more people coming through. I think yesterday I just heard on the news that she mentioned that they have almost double the amount of people they had this time last year.
I heard that.
So we're continue to fund those programs, but then we're going to increase the taxes so they can't afford their house, can't afford their taxes, can't afford other things. I mean, at some point we've got to say, we need to look at where we're spending and where we're contributing money to that maybe should be coming from private dollars or from other people, not public dollars.
Teresa, there has been rhetoric that Gainey's budget was a tad disingenuous. Is that fair?
So I'm waiting because on this week we have the hearing with Director Jake Pollack, and I want to hear what he has to say. I don't like the political rhetoric that's going on right now. I want to hear really what's happening. And then once I hear, and see numbers and have these conversations, then I'll be able to make a better decision, hopefully. But right now it's very difficult because there's so much going back and forth from people who voted for this for year after year, and for people who put these budgets before us year after year. So I think that we just need to try to figure it out a little bit better together. And I think council works well together. Usually we can come up with some solutions. So I'm hoping that's what happens. It's our budget now. It's not the mayor's office.
One of my favorite things about her is one of my favorite qualities about her is she doesn't sit and do nothing. If there's a problem, she acts. She doesn't scream and yell. She just gets it done. And that's going to be insanely missed. But under no condition right now would you support any tax increase or a 30% tax increase,
no,
Teresa?
No, because I think they're saying 30% with the intention of bringing it down. So then we say, oh, we're so fortunate they brought it down to 10%. You know what I mean? No. Instead of saying, hey, they raised our taxes 10%, 10% is still 10% of somebody's budget right now who a lot of people cannot afford it right now. Just a lot of people are struggling.
Coghill says no, too. There's no way, I mean, the votes I'm getting here just from my stupid text, there's no way she gets the votes to do this, right?
I don't know about for 30%, but I mean, I'm not saying that people won't say, oh, we have to do some kind of increase. Me personally, I don't think we should do an increase until we have exhausted every other possibility. I don't think we have done that yet.
Teresa, I'm going to miss the hell out of you. You are all-time. What are you thinking? How are you feeling about this? This is like your last couple of weeks.
Yeah, I have like a million emotions. I was telling somebody I have a million emotions. I'm excited for my chief of staff who's coming in.
Yeah.
I'm excited for her to see what she'll do differently. And what she wants to do. I'm excited to spend more time with my grandkids and my family, which I have 8 grandkids. I can't wait to see them more often. And I'm excited for all those things. But it's a lot of mixed emotions because District 2 has been my life, not just for the 17 years, almost 17 years I was in office, but for years, before that, when I volunteered for 23 years before that.
Plus, now the hubby won't be able to hang out with the boys as much because you'll be at home.
He's happy because people are telling him, we'll get you tickets to games. Because when I first got elected, he said, now I'll be able to get tickets to games. And I said, I'm not taking tickets. And he said, I'm not voting for you then.
Teresa, thank you.
All right, thank you. Have a great day.
She's the absolute best.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-9834. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS.
Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start.
Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems.
We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau.
You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-9834. That's 800-575-9834. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Hey, I'm jazzed about this. Time to stock that freezer with the freshest choice meats in the burg. Thanks to Salem's Market and Grill in the Strip. Amazing place. Lamb chops, steaks cut to order, prime rib, ground meat, wings, and so much more. I'm telling you, the meat is as fresh as you can get, and the prices do not blow your budget. Order online. Use their app to arrange pickup or delivery. Or visit Salem's at 29th and Penn in the Strip and grab lunch. Open 7 days a week. Free parking right next door.
250 years ago, a promise was made to connect families and friends near and far. And during the holidays, that promise is more important than ever. That's why USPS is building a better network to meet your needs with timely deliveries, easy and affordable ways to ship, and everything you need to make your season full of holiday cheer. Our purpose is delivering your peace of mind, knowing your love will arrive, bringing joy to all. The United States Postal Service. Learn more at USPS.com/holidays.
From the Aetna Medicare studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Partly cloudy and 28 degrees at Pittsburgh International at 12:30. I'm Paul Alexander. Pittsburgh's controller says the outgoing mayor's 2026 budget proposal could produce operating losses and a shrinking rainy day fund. Pittsburgh Council member Bob Warwick says there's a $30 million budget shortfall. Warwick told KDKA's Marty Griffin her solution is a 30% tax hike.
Approximately $41 million. So that will help fill this gap with vehicles, utilities, and overtime.
Warwick estimates the average Pittsburgh resident pays $800 in annual taxes. Her 30% increase would raise that number to $1,040 per year. At last week's Penn Hill School Board reorganization meeting, longtime President Erin Vecchio was elected. Her nomination drew controversy when newly elected board member Reginald Hickman said the district's majority black student population should be represented by a black board president. Vecchio tells KDKA Radio she was taken aback.
I've never faced like this in the 26 years that I've been on this board. I was the first person to bring in a black superintendent, a black coach. You know that. I never back down on that. I'm here to serve everybody.
The board ultimately voted 7-2 in her favor. A major leap forward in autonomous vehicle technology is taking shape in Westmoreland County. News Radio KDK's Tamira Rush has that story.
Construction is officially underway on a 2-mile autonomous vehicle test track in East Huntington. The first phase of the PennSTART project, a partnership between PennDOT, the Turnpike Commission, RIDC, and Carnegie Mellon University. The $30 million track will sit on 100 acres of state-owned land near the old Sony plant in New Stanton. Engineers plan an outdoor oval with up to 3 lanes built to mimic Pennsylvania's hills and challenging terrain. It'll be used not only to test driverless cars and trucks, but also to train first responders on traffic emergencies. Local leaders say the facility could become a major economic engine, drawing new companies, new research, and possibly new manufacturing to Westmoreland County by late 2026. Tamira Rush, News Radio KDKA.
On Wall Street, the Dow is down 245 points, the NASDAQ down 68, the S&P 500 down 29 points. KDK Radio News Time is 12:32. Our next update at 1 o'clock. I'm Paul Alexander, and the voice of Pittsburgh News Radio, KDKA.
Hey, I'm Sam.
And I'm Calvin.
With Cousins Roofing, Siding, and Decks. You ever wait way too long for a haircut and finally get one and think, why didn't I do that months ago?
Oh, yeah. Suddenly you're walking taller, smiling bigger, and feeling like a new person.
That's exactly what it feels like when you finally replace that old roof or deck. You don't realize how bad it looked or how much better it could be until it's done.
And when it is, your whole house feels fresh again.
Give your home that clean-cut confidence with a new deck, roof, or siding project.
Call the Cousins.
Oakmont has become a food mecca. Get over there right now for stocking stuffers for friends and family. Check it out. The Lot at Edgewater, the Pub at 333, Hofstadt's, Michael A's, Vinny's Tavern, and Carnivores. All of them by my man JK, the guru, the restaurant king in Oakmont. Get gift cards. I'm telling you, folks, Oakmont has become a restaurant mecca. The best food in town. Check out Oakmont.
Larry Richard for G&G Fitness Equipment. No time to drive to the gym? Bring the gym to you. Time to unwrap the strongest savings of the season at G&G Fitness. This month, save up to 65% off select fitness equipment. Top brands, expert guidance, and best prices of the season. Even better, 18 months, 0% financing. Pay over time for the equipment you can take home today. Visit G&G Fitness Equipment in Cranberry Penn Center or McMurray, or online at ggfitness.com.
When it comes to affordable term life insurance, everyone's whistling the Big Lou tune. If you're over 50, maybe a bit porky, or have type 2 diabetes, $1 million of term insurance may only cost about $200 a month. Even if you're not in perfect health, call Big Lou, because he specializes in finding big chunks of affordable term life insurance for just about everyone. Don't let diabetes or other health glitches keep you from owning $500,000 to $1 million or more of term life insurance. For affordable term life insurance, call Big Lou. Don't hesitate. Call 800-700-6898, 800-700-6898, or visit biglou.com.
Call Big Lou, don't hesitate, 800-700-6898. Call Big Lou, don't hesitate, 800-700-6898. Visit biglou.com.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
This afternoon is going to be colder. We'll have variable clouds and a high of 28, then partly cloudy and very cold, low 14 tonight, turning cloudy, high 36 tomorrow. I'm AccuWeather meteorologist Heather Zaire, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
We're all human with the same insecurities, doubting ourselves, thinking we're not worthy or good enough, believing those negative thoughts we think. Stop! Every last one of us is good enough to be the best version of ourselves. This is Dr. Shufo from the Weight Loss and Wellness Center. Come to me, and together we'll change that way of thinking. Excess pounds will come off, you'll feel and look better, and thoughts will become positive. If you want to change, just call me at 1-800-900-THIN.
Eggland's Best, the only eggs with more fresh and delicious taste, plus superior nutrition. Eggland's Best, better taste, better nutrition, better eggs.
The KDKA radio text line is driven by Kenny Ross Auto Group. Find your best deal and Pittsburgh's best warranty at kennyross.com.
Here we go. It's a Monday. Let's start the week right. Man, holidays aren't too far off, but let's start the week right. This one, right? 2 to 6, Colin Dunlap, right here, KDK.
You know, it's great when you have a wife and kids, which I have both of. The wife likes that cheesy, old-time Christmas music, and the kids like 50 Cent. I'm not kidding. Oh. So we're all in the car, trying to be full of the spirit of Christmas. And my son was trying to play some gangster rap, and my wife's trying to play Dean Martin and Bing Crosby. Beautiful, man. Beautiful. So we went to Simmons Farm, which, by the way, is a wonderful place. What a cool family. And we got a tree. Beautiful tree, fine. 8 feet, and decorated it fine. But I wanted something with this big Santa. We have a blow-up ban. My wife will not allow blow-ups ever at our house, which I'm fine with. The thing about blow-ups is during the day they look like dead bodies on the grass. You're just laying there. They're ugly during the day. At night, they blow across the street. Anyway. So we went to, Vince and I, my son, we went to Lowe's to buy something for the front yard. We need something new, something to spruce it up. Walk in the front. By the way, the people at Lowe's are really cool, really helpful, really nice. We walk in the front in Lowe's down Bridgeville, and those guys, what do they call it, experts or whatever? They're fantastic. Pros, whatever. Really cool. Pros, call them pros. Man, they're so nice. Man. There's this massive Dr. Seuss display. Right, like 20. Men make decisions differently than women. The house we live in, I flew back from Dallas, and that was the first house I visited. If I'm lying, I'm dying. The first house. I called Christine from inside the house and said, this is our house. This is before we were married. One house. Done. That was it. That's the house we bought. My car right now took me 10 minutes to buy. I'm not kidding you. I was home in the car in less than an hour and a half. So I'm kind of setting the stage here. We walk into Lowe's. There's a Dr. Seuss setup. The whole team's there. It's all animated stuff. Really, actually, really cool. Two things. Susie Who, right? Cute little girl. There's an animated Susie Who. And there's a girl that's about 4 years old beside the Susie Who. And she keeps pressing the foot pedal and singing along with Susie Who. The entire time we're there. Her father, young guy in his 20s, he is leaning against Cindy Lou Who. Thanks, Patrick. He's leaning against a dishwasher, okay? Clothes washer. Just watching her. I said, man, what are you doing? He said, she loves this. I said, I know. I said, why don't you buy it? I did. I really did. My man says, me and my wife don't like noisy things and junk in our house. Oh, don't you now? We don't like noisy things and junk in our house. I said, so you what? He said, so I bring her here twice a week. Huh? So my man, if I'm lying, I'm dying. My man brings his 3-year-old there. She stands in front of the Susie Who for 20 minutes to a half hour on Saturday. Well, he nods off. I'm buying the Susie Who. I just am. That's done. We don't want anything loud. Really? You know, you have a kid. We don't like stuff in our house. Oh, you live in a warehouse. Man. But he was cool. But he said that. So, I digress. right in the center of this massive display is my man. Your mean one, Mr. Griffin Grinch, is the Grinch. Trevor, my man is 9 feet tall. Trevor, 9 feet tall. The Grinch. And he was on sale, huh? Now, again, the Grinch was $500. Oh, this is why I love Patrick. There he is right there. That is him. He's on the stream. This is why Patrick is the magician. That is the friggin' massive Grinch that I bought on Saturday at Lowe's. 9 feet tall. Was $500, and then it says clearance. Look, Vince, there's only 6 left. We got to go. So this is how fast I do things. My wife thought, oh, the fellas will be gone for 4 hours looking for a yard ornament. We left the house at 10:30. We loaded up the Grinch in the car. He's home by 11. Yeah, baby. My wife's still putting her damn shoes on. I just don't know what color to wear. What color should I wear? Shoes. Huh? That's why you got to have a man along to make those decisions. If I let my wife find the Christmas tree, she'd still be there. Huh? Honey, yeah, we stayed all night at the tree farm. Yeah. Can't really make up our minds on the tree. What? Who? We brought the Grinch home, and my son is allegedly, he ain't a Patrick. Patrick's a guru and a genius. Vince ain't there. How do I know this? We opened the box in the garage because he's 9 feet tall. He's almost as big as Trevor. And we got the first 2 pieces together, and then I said, blanket. I started dropping F-bombs in front of my son and almost smashed the Grinch. He is now in the corner of the garage in pieces. And I'm looking for help because me and my son just went, huh? I don't know how to do this. Here's the thing. This is how I know. No, let me rephrase that. We will know when we no longer have world dominance over the Chinese. When they make those crap toys for your front yard, and you can actually put them together without 7 parts that don't fit or broken. I had a mallet. I am not kidding. And I'm pounding this piece of metal that they screwed up. Or I just didn't read the directions right. To try and get the Grinch upright. The 9-foot green Grinch. But I got the Grinch home. I'm now soliciting offers for someone who's willing to help put the 9-foot tall Grinch in the Griffin's front yard, which it'll be the biggest, baddest Christmas decoration in my hood. Those snobs with their $6,000 a year bright white lights, to hell with that. Steve Mazza, once again, you need my help. You know Mazza could do this blindfolded. But here's the thing. If he comes and does it, he's making fun of me for the next 5 friggin' years. Because he could do it. Marty, would you just leave? You're an idiot. Let me finish this. Plus, he's like a high-ranking Carpenters Union big shot. That would be like $85 an hour. So really, the Grinch would cost me $2,000. I can't imagine how anyone knows how to do that crap. However, I got to bring in Patrick. You would do it.
Totally. Absolutely.
Do you ever snap or melt down?
No, not for
See,
those
he
things.
doesn't. What's wrong with him, Trevor? Something's wrong with him, right?
He's awesome, man.
He's on laxatives or something,
he can
right?
Get it done. He's the man. He can get it done.
Can you do it?
I would take my time. You know what? I would go get my son, and we would figure it out. Because, you know what, Marty? It's interesting that you say that. I'm listening to you, and you have me. I'm laughing. My cheeks are hurting. But first and foremost, the little girl at the
Oh, my God, it
store,
was beautiful.
That could be, I don't think if I was the father, I ever would have said to you what he said to you. But that could be a thing that me and my daughter could do when she was 3 years old on a regular basis, and she would remember that for the rest of her life.
This is why I love him.
Yep.
My man, I told him that. I said to him, my man, when you're my age, she'll remember this.
For the rest of her life.
However, I'm buying that Susie Who, whatever the hell her name is. I'm buying that. We're going home with that.
Exactly. I agree with you. Eventually, we would have bought that. Well, no question. But that memory there. But you and your son with the Grinch, your son is going to have a ball with this for the rest of his life.
Hour and a half in the garage. The F-bomb started. I said, son, you need to leave.
I can't believe Vince is using F-bombs.
He didn't. He doesn't. He just laughs at me. That thing is in a pile in the corner of the garage right now, just staring at me. Help me. Help me be the Grinch. You're a mean one, Mr. Griffin. Would you just put me together? You're an idiot. You don't know how to build, Mr. Griffin.
So what do you do if you happen to go home and Vince put it up?
He doesn't. Please.
Okay.
One word, handyman, coming our way.
Listen to KDKA Radio on the Odyssey, iHeartRadio, or TuneIn apps.
Dazzling December specials available now at Coons Market for the holiday season. Isn't that right, Frank Dentisi?
Right, Rob. Save with your Coons Reward Card. 85% lean, fresh ground round, $4.49 a pound. California Navel oranges, 4-pound bags, $2.99 each. Selected varieties of Yoplait yogurt, 8-count packages, $3.99 each. Additional savings in our meat department. Oven-ready crab stuffed flounder fillets, $7.99 each. And Coons Hot or Mild Italian sausages, $3.99 a pound. In the produce department, sweet Northwest pears, $1.29 a pound. And Fresh Express Caesar salad kits, 9 to 10-ounce bags, 2 for $7. In our deli department, Coons pepperoni rolls, $3.59 each. And this week, Dasani bottled water, 24-pack half-liter bottles, buy one, get one free.
So get in for all of the dazzling December specials for the holiday season at Coons Market. How do you find one of the locations nearest you? Click on CoonsMarket.com. Coons Market, a Pittsburgh and holiday tradition.
Do you have 3 ex-wives and your current trophy wife wants a life insurance policy 3 times the size of the policies you had to purchase for your previous mistakes? If so, you need to call Big Lou at Term Provider, 800-830-4914. Big Lou is intimately familiar with your problems, and if you're 50 or 60 years old and in reasonably good health, a $1 million policy should only cost about $100 to $200 per month. Big Lou may have a solution for your previous policies as well. You may even save enough money to lighten the load on your new $1 million policy. Remember, call Big Lou. He's like you, except he's only on number 2. Call Term Provider at 800-830-4914. That's 800-830-4914. For $1 million in term life insurance that you can live with, call Big Lou at 800-830-4914 or biglou.com. That's 800-830-4914 or biglou.com.
100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA. Covered by JP Roofing and Siding. Pittsburgh's #1 platinum roofing company.
2D Mechanical Systems, Pittsburgh's HVAC, plumbing, and electric leaders, is a family business that I truly admire. 2D culture is built on ethics, service, and making a difference in our community. 2D Mechanical Systems, they're the people you want working in your home.
When you call yourself the voice of Pittsburgh, you have to know when to not talk. Sometimes you just need to be the ears of Pittsburgh. Just listen. Listen to what you have to say. These are complicated and uncertain times. But when you need us, we're here for you. And we're listening. A trusted source that you can count on to be here. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
Hi, I'm Joe Cordell of Cordell & Cordell, America's largest family law firm. During this time of year, difficult relationships sometimes become impossible. If you or someone you care about is facing a family law issue, let us set up a 1-hour Cordell Consult. The Cordell Consult is a meeting with a local attorney who will give you clear guidance about your options, whether it's a separation, a postnuptial agreement, divorce, or custody. CordellCordell.com.
Pittsburgh and Cranberry Township. Joseph Cordell. Licensed in Missouri and Illinois only.
Did you know you can spend your PA taxes to fund a scholarship for a child in need and get a 90% tax credit refund? Through Blocks, that's BLOCS, you can direct your state tax liability, fund a scholarship, direct it to the tuition-based school of your choice, and receive a 90% refund on the donated amount. It's a simple process, and you can fund a scholarship that will change a child's life. Tax credit slots are filling up fast, and you must make your commitment by December 23rd. Head to BLOCS.org now. This is the Bloomberg Money Minute. More than a year after getting the green light from Washington, Mars, the maker of M&M's, Snickers, Skittles, pet foods like Pedigree and Whiskas,
has finally gotten the European Union's okay to buy Kellanova. That's the maker of Kellogg's cereals, Eggo waffles, Pop-Tarts, Pringles chips, and more. The cost, $36 billion, making it the largest packaged food merger in about a decade. On Wall Street, stocks are lower today. Investors are waiting an expected interest rate cut from the Fed coming out on Wednesday and any clues on the central bank's plans for interest rates next year. Right now, the Dow and the S&P both down about 0.5%, the Nasdaq about 1/3% lower. Companies still spending a ton on AI. Shares of Confluent right now up 29%. IBM agreed to acquire the AI data infrastructure firm for more than $9 billion. And maybe, just maybe, the Labubu craze is slowing, at least here in the U.S. In China today, shares of Pop Mart, the doll's makers, fell sharply on concerns that sales growth is slowing. Tom Busby, Bloomberg Radio.
It's Marty Griffin on the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
I just can't do that kind of stuff. Like the Grinch thing. There's no way, man. I'm an idiot. We have different aptitudes. Bob Tootie, who's one of my close friends from Tootie Mechanical, fantastic brain for HVAC, built it into a $100 million company, honestly. And he says that some brains are tuned to that. This is the truth. My grandfather could build a car engine. My grandfather could wire a house. Seriously. He was just amazing. He could not score a 60 on a test. Could barely read and write. My father could do anything. He was a furniture maker, man. He made cabinets and wood. He was amazing. Then he became an engineer, had 1,000 employees. Then he became an artist. And when I was young, because he thought I should know how to put crap together, right? Because he was trying to save me money. He would make me watch. Well, I would nod off, and I'm an idiot, and I was distracted. I can't do anything like that. Nothing. I could have spent 5 hours yesterday with that damn piece of crap Grinch and not got it together. My man Dave, HVAC guru, he could do it in an hour. Steve Mazza, please, maybe less. Ken Baker, Patrick, Trevin, are you any good at this kind of stuff? Like, could you throw it together without the directions? Because that's what guys like Patrick do.
I'm stubborn. Even if it's hard to do, then I'm not letting it get the best of me. So I guess it's my ego steps in.
I would break that damn thing and have to buy another one. One year, because I'm an idiot about electric and extension cords and power sources, we have this big tree in front of the house.
Marty,
yeah.
Can I interrupt you for a second?
Yeah.
Did you read the book when it came to the Grinch? Did you read the book?
Oh, yeah. And then I reached step 3 of the instructions, then said to hell with it. Ask Vince. One year I bought all these lights for this massive tree in our front yard. I put 5,000 lights on one tree. Boom! Our house is going to look like a star in the sky. True story. I plug it in. They blew out. They were on for 1 second. Hey, I had a massive meltdown in the front yard. Man. Oh, man. Wow. This is why people hate government. My friend went to get the free turkey giveaway downtown on the 25th. I just got a text, that's why I'm reading this. Went to get the free turkey giveaway at PNC Park on the 25th, day before Thanksgiving. Got a $40 parking ticket. That is so ignorant. My man, you got to go to court on that. You can't pay that. That's that AI crap. They're giving people tickets for 90 seconds?
90-second grace period is all they're giving you. Come on.
90 seconds, right? That's a fact. The AI crap.
We heard from our boy that called in. He pulled over to make a phone call.
Under a bridge.
90 seconds.
90 seconds. sir, don't pay that damn ticket. I know it's a hassle. You can't. You got to go to the judge. He'll tell him what you were down there for and you were getting a free turkey. God, that's so ignorant. Regarding the Grinch will be up, but it won't be at my hands. No. I can't do that kind of stuff. I'm an idiot. Clark Griswold, yes. Yes. My man Wayne. Wayne could do it. Speaking of, I can't get into it. He doesn't want us to talk about how kind he is and generous, but Wayne did something spectacular. We're going to help out a family in a big way because of his greatness. All right? All right.
When you need to know, depend on the news leader. At home, in your car, or at work. The voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM, AM 1020, and KDKARadio.com.
Do you have 3 ex-wives and your current trophy wife wants a life insurance policy 3 times the size of the policies you had to purchase for your previous mistakes? If so, you need to call Big Lou at Term Provider, 800-200-1966. Big Lou is intimately familiar with your problems, and if you're 50 or 60 years old and in reasonably good health, a $1 million policy should only cost about $100 to $200 per month. Big Lou may have a solution for your previous policies as well. You may even save enough money to lighten the load on your new $1 million policy. Remember, call Big Lou. He's like you, except he's only on number 2. Call Term Provider at 800-200-1966. That's 800-200-1966 for $1 million in term life insurance that you can live with. Call Big Lou at 800-200-1966. 800-200-1966.
I'm with Rocco Florio of Air Pro Heating and Cooling, a trusted HVAC company that carries quality Bryant products and serves the entire Pittsburgh area. Rocco, what's up on prices for furnaces and air conditioning equipment?
Larry, it's best for people to purchase now, as equipment prices are going up in the coming months. AirPro takes pride in our prices. We are lower than the competition and provide financing options and long warranties.
Call AirPro Heating and Cooling today at 800-749-0642. Bryant, whatever it takes.
Hey, folks, it's Marty. All the time I'm talking about auto accidents, big crashes, big wrecks. Call 1-800-GET-PHIL or 412-281-5005. Look, Phil DeLucente and Associates, they're in Pittsburgh. They give free, that's right, free consultations. Phil and Ken Nolan, his partner, handle auto cases. I've worked with them a lot. So call 1-800-GET-PHIL. Call Ken Nolan and Phil DeLucente now at 1-800-GET-PHIL today. They're the best, folks.
I'm dreaming of sea salt and toffee caramels, chocolate-covered potato chips, pretzels, and peanut butter cups. Now that I have your attention, hi, it's Nan Cohen for Dorothy's Candies. When it comes to the holidays, it has to be Dorothy's. My holiday favorites, cherry cordials, coconut clusters, peppermint bark, and cranberry bark. Dorothy's fan favorite is the deluxe assortment, which has everything from fruits and nuts to creams and meltaways. Visit the store in White Oak. Shop online at dorothy'scandies.com. One bite and you'll know it's Dorothy's Candies. dorothy'scandies.com.
SchultzFord.com. 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 SchultzFord.com.
KDKA and KDKA FM HD2 Pittsburgh. W261AX Pittsburgh.
Always live on the free Odyssey app. From the Aetna Medicare studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Mostly cloudy and 26 degrees at Pittsburgh International at 1 o'clock. I'm Paul Alexander. News brought to you by PJ Fitzpatrick. Need a new roof or just want to repair a small leak? Trust PJ.com. The proposed increase is getting a lukewarm response for some from Warwick's council colleagues. News Radio KDK's David Bolerado has more.
Retiring Councilmember Teresa Cale-Smith says she thinks the city needs to first tighten its belt because city residents are already facing higher costs and a possible city schools tax hike.
You know, the cost of just everything right now, it just seems like it's going up, and people cannot afford another dime.
Council Finance Chair Erica Strasburger says council will likely need a three-pronged approach, cutting spending, some form of tax increase, and a one-year freeze in funding to the Stop the Violence Fund.
If a one-year pause of $10 million does not materially impact any aspect of the work we're already doing, nor any employees.
A public hearing on the budget is set for December 22nd at 11:30 a.m. David Bolerado, News Radio KDKA.
There's a public hearing tonight about the Pittsburgh Public Schools budget for the next academic year. News Radio KDKA's Tamara Rush has those details.
The district's preliminary 2026 budget comes in at more than $730 million, just over a 2% decrease from this year. It includes a $12 million operating deficit, smaller than last year's, and proposes a 4% millage increase while still falling short of the board's required fund balance. The budget had been tied to the Future Ready Facilities Initiative, but the school board voted 6-3 against that plan, citing concerns over cost and long-term sustainability. A public hearing is set for 5:30 tonight, with a final board vote scheduled for December 17th. Tamara Rush, News Radio KDKA.
At last week's Penn Hill School Board reorganization meeting, longtime President Erin Vecchio was reelected. Her nomination drew controversy when newly elected board member Reginald Hickman said the district's majority black student population should be represented by a black board president. Vecchio tells KDKA Radio she was taken aback.
I've never faced like this in the 26 years that I've been on this board. I was the first person to bring in a black superintendent, a black coach. You know that. I never back down on that. I'm here to serve everybody.
The board voted 7-2 in her favor, and Vecchio says she will continue working to move the district forward. Monroeville police are investigating an accident involving an SUV and a school bus this morning on Monroeville Boulevard. Happened around 8:30 at the stoplight in front of Target and Giant Eagle Shopping Center. Police say were 5 students and 2 adults on the school bus and 1 adult in the SUV. Everyone was able to get out of the vehicles. They were taken to Forbes Regional Hospital to be evaluated. Police say none of the injuries appeared to be serious. Police are looking for the person responsible for leaving an emaciated dog in a Northside Park this morning. The female mix was found in a crate around 6 a.m. in West Park. Police believe the dog is about 2 years old. A photo and police contact are available at KDKRadio.com. A Cash 5 ticket worth $350,000 was purchased in Allegheny County. The jackpot-winning ticket in Saturday's drawing was sold at Wilson's Pharmacy on Penn Avenue. On Wall Street, the Dow is down 212 points, and Nasdaq down 67, the S&P 500 down 25. KDK Sports Monday Night Football will feature the Chargers hosting the Eagles. Kickoff is set for 8:15. KDK Radio News Time is 1:03. Right now, mostly cloudy and 26 degrees in Pittsburgh. Your AccuWeather forecast is next.
You're listening to Leaf Filter Radio, and the guru of gutter protection himself, Chris Coonahan, is here to take your most pressing leaf-related questions.
Hey, everybody, Chris here. I understand we have Ron on the line. Ron, where are you calling from?
Uh-oh. Ron, are you calling from a ladder?
Well, I was. I wanted to ask Chris what I need to do to get my gutters ready to have Leaf Filter installed.
Oh, Ron, you don't have to do anything. A Leaf Filter Trusted Pro will come out and clean out your gutters, realign and seal your gutters, and install Leaf Filter, America's #1 gutter protection system.
So I didn't need to get on this ladder?
Ron, Leaf Filter Trusted Pros are in your neighborhood and ready to help. Just visit leaffilter.com/deal to schedule your free gutter inspection and get up to 30% off.
Thank goodness. What was that site?
To get this special radio offer, go to leaffilter.com/deal for your free gutter inspection today and get up to 30% off. That's leaffilter.com/deal for up to 30% off. leaffilter.com/deal. See representative for warranty details.
This holiday, give the gift of peace of mind with a AAA membership, the ultimate stocking stuffer for the ones you love. Enjoy exclusive savings on shopping, dining, theme parks, and even travel planning. Plus, 24/7 roadside assistance you can always count on. Right now, gift a membership for just $35 and get a free household member. They'll even thank you with a $20 gift card. Visit AAA.com/gift. AAA, we're always with you.
Shopping for replacement windows? Metropolitan Window Company elevates your shopping experience.
John, Maggie, and Justin Schmutzer here from Metropolitan Window Company, Pittsburgh's locally owned and family-operated window and door company for over 47 years.
When you choose Metropolitan Window Company, you'll experience personalized knowledge, expertise, and professionalism from our first visit to your home until our craftsmen complete your installation.
We're the window company that people want in their homes, and our exclusive Infinity by Marvin 100% fiberglass windows are the windows people love.
They're built for life. They are the strongest, longest-lasting windows you can buy.
And we have a great selection of colors and finishes. Experience Metropolitan Window Company. Stop by our showrooms, visit us at metropolitanwindows.com, or give us a call at 412-655-8411.
PA 1565.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
Variable clouds this afternoon, high a colder 28, then partly cloudy and very cold, low 14 tonight. Turning cloudy with an afternoon snow shower chance tomorrow, high 36. I'm AccuWeather meteorologist Heather Zare, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Hey, folks, it's Marty. You want a new physical therapy experience? You want a treatment plan centered on you? Monroeville Physical, spelled F-Y-Z-I-C-A-L, is spelled different, because they are different. Monroeville Physical has new technology and an expert staff to give you a personalized experience to get you back to loving your life. Monroeville Physical, spelled F-Y-Z-I-C-A-L, 412-457-8200. They help me dramatically love physical. Check it out.
Hey, Colin Dunlap here to thank Nick and Larry at Boulevard Glass and Metal for supporting my broadcast to raise money for Children's Hospital Free Care Fund. Regardless of a family's ability to pay, every child will have access to the care and treatment that they need. Thank you, Boulevard Glass and Metal.
Have an issue in your community? Talk about it now with Marty Griffin. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Man. So there's so many. First of all, let me tell you this. I'm kind of not surprised. I'm kind of a cynic when it comes to facilities allowing cameras. People freak out. People in power freak out. So when it was presented to me that it would be easy to get granny cams in nursing homes, I kind of said, no, for several reasons. Paranoia, mistrust, insecurity, all this crap. But it's a massive problem, and it needs addressing. And I have two of the best at it who are big proponents of granny cams. Rob Pierce of Robert Pierce and Associates, who's been a very significant part of this show for more than 20 years because of his advocacy, and has stressed that it would be a hell of a tool to have granny cams. And Bob Garvin, private investigator. Bob, good morning. Good morning, Rob.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Hey,
Good
Bob.
afternoon.
Hey, Bob, good afternoon. To say that you have hit the wall, I'm going to read the text from one of your boys. This is so annoying. Braden goes into a facility. They're afraid to take the cameras to make their lives more secure. They're afraid. They're afraid to install it. And then everywhere you go, the facility shuts you down. Kind of shocking and unsettling, isn't it, Bob?
Well, yes and no. I've locked up over 200 different providers over the years because that was my area of expertise. What we're finding is that these people are out and out lying to everyone about everything you said previously and why they shouldn't be there. They are legal. They're allowed to be in there. That particular case that Braden was talking about yesterday, I wasn't at that nursing home. I was at another one, which was so horrendous. It wasn't unbelievable. But Braden, they had their security supervisor come in and follow him around.
Wow.
We always go in pairs just to have, witnesses. And these are all professionals. We have law enforcement. We have medical professionals.
Of course.
And then one facility, which we thought would be the easiest one because they allow cameras, everybody in there was, like I said, Braden would be the best one to talk to, but he relayed to me that these people were in complete fear.
Wow.
And if they have a camera, the facility made them hide the cameras and put them in drawers or the staff wouldn't come in for privacy reasons. So what is the reason they think the cameras are there? Another one, the one you referred to me out in Butler, we got the camera in there. The people were happy as could be.
Mm-hmm.
There was 2 people. We got the permission slips. The following day, the administrator came in, confiscated our camera, and told them this is a violation of federal and state law.
Hold on, Bob. I got to grab Rob Pierce. Rob Pierce, who has represented thousands of people who had issues in these facilities. I'm guessing you're not surprised by this paranoia, Rob?
I am not. It's unfortunate that a camera that could help lead to notifying family of concerns with loved ones is not allowed. But I'm not surprised that facilities have strong reservations.
You're not surprised at all because these facilities have done everything in their power to stonewall you, sir, when you're seeking the truth in a case where a family member could have died, right?
It's a difficult process. I would tell you, if you pay attention to what your listeners are saying, they feel frustrated every time they try to visit a loved one, when they try to get information. And again, I'm not surprised that trying to install a camera did not go over smoothly.
And the truth of the matter is, Rob, is that they will never, ever say, come on in, set up these cameras unless they're ordered to. Right, Rob?
I would tend to agree. I've also stand by what I said before, which is like the police having body cam. It helps tell the story accurately and in real time. And I don't see the harm in having a camera that's open, disclosed obviously by the resident to any roommates with the roommate's permission, and in turn with the staff and facility knowing about it. Seems to me it's a win-win.
Rob Pierce with Rob Pierce and Associates. But the fact of the matter is that there's no way in hell, Bob, they're going to let this happen, Bob. You said you had a question for Rob.
Without the legislation, and that's why the other 23 states have it, because the legislation says even though in Pennsylvania you're allowed to have a camera in your private residence, the law says that the facility can't interfere nor have direct access to that camera. It's their private property. And what has luckily come about with our group, we've been in 4. This is not one nursing home. One is very prominent, and one is the worst I've ever been in, and yet we're having the same problems in all 4. The big problem is the nursing administrators do not want on-camera violations they are obligated to report either to DHS or law enforcement. That's the bottom line here.
Yeah, but hold on. We get that. You're stating the obvious here. But Rob, you run into this without video. They stonewall you without video, do they not, sir?
When it comes to a scenario where someone is injured or passes away in one of these facilities, it's a difficult process.
Right on.
And I don't expect it to get easier anytime soon.
No way. There's no way in hell. Hey, Rob, would you still support any law that would provide these granny cams in facilities, and why, sir?
I think video cameras tell the accurate story. Look, in every scenario, there are 2 sides to a story. But when it's recorded in real time, you can objectively make a determination as to what occurred. That benefits the residents, and it also benefits the facilities. And I think legislation would certainly help in that regard.
Rob, are there cases that you have right now where their lives could have been saved if something had been recorded, sir?
I can't say for sure if a live would have been saved, but what I do know is the answer, getting to the truth of what happened in a resident's room or some other location, would be much easier to get to that bottom line than without having it.
Hey, Bob, who's been the man. Bob, why the hell is it such a blessing for cops? Why the hell these nursing homes can't see that, sir? Why?
Just what I said. There are, under their licenses, they are obligated to report certain incidents that take place,
right.
which goes against their license, and that they don't want that. But luckily, we're going to go in the back door here because from our efforts over the last years, we have made over 70 referrals to DHS and the Attorney General's office. And I salute you and Attorney General Sunday because they are actively investigating some of these incidents. And there's 2 lawsuits. Well, one lawsuit was just settled, another one that was filed, and 2 more are going to be filed of retaliation cases by employees for reporting wrongdoing. So whether it comes out in depositions or before a jury, we're going to get the notoriety that gets these people to pass the legislation that needs to be.
Hey, Rob. Rob, hold on. Rob Pierce, it's hard for you to speculate, but you had one of the most egregious cases in American history, a nurse who was killing patients. would she have been caught sooner if there were cameras, sir?
I can tell you that having a camera would certainly help the situation.
Yep.
I also think it, going to Bob's point, might have staff members think twice, make sure they understand their orders, not take anything for granted. And if it saves one life or if it prevents one injury, then it's worth it.
Bob?
Hey, Marty, if I could make a comment.
Hold on, that's Heather Presty, by the way. Go ahead, Bob.
67 those referrals I reviewed, 98% of them would have been cleared up definitively that the staff did exactly what they should have done or there was an issue. 98% if there had been a granny cam because they all took place inside the residence of the referrals I just reviewed over the last 6 months.
Heather Presty connected to at least the murder of 17 patients. And Rob Pierce has been a warrior fighting for the families who lost loved ones. Rob Pierce, thanks, brother. Appreciate you, man.
Thank you, sir.
It's a hell of a story. Bob, we continue on, my man. We won't stop until this is the law, my man. Thank you.
You have a good day.
All right.
Listen to The Marty Griffin Show on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Hey, folks, it's Marty. Medicare is most confusing the first time you enroll, whether you have a 65th birthday upcoming or you're looking to finally retire. That's why I love MediConnect, a team of Pittsburghers that can speak Medicare in a language you can understand so you can be confident you got the right coverage. They work with every insurance company around here, and there is never a fee. I'm serious. 888-818-6334. MediConnectInsurance.com. So I interviewed a mother and daughter. They're both full-time nurses in Pittsburgh. Both got degrees from CCAC. Both of them have no debt. None. My daughter's best friend is going to Pitt as a junior. Her first 2 years at CCAC, no debt. It's amazing. They have 130 programs. CCAC.edu. CCAC rocks, believe me. Hey, folks, your last chance is your best chance as my friend Robert Levin and his Levin Furniture and Mattress team continue their Black Friday deals. Get an extra 25% off Levin's already low prices store-wide on brands like Lazy Boy and Flex Steel, the lowest prices on top brand mattresses, plus 5-year special financing, no money down on qualifying purchases of $24.99 or more. Get an amazing $50 gift card. It's your final chance for amazing deals during the extended Black Friday sale at all Levin's locations.
Luxury shopping is made simple and, might I say, enjoyable at Laramore's. Unmatched style, first-class service, complimentary tailoring, and a curated collection of gifts that always makes the right impressions. That's Laramore's. Downtown, open Sundays 11 to 4.
So, furnace shut down. This weather. This cold. Whoo! 2D folks at the door within an hour. Found the problem in 5 minutes. Fixed the problem in 20 minutes. 2D Mechanical, folks. Amazing service. Amazing expertise. And the kindness and pricing and consideration. 2D Mechanical, 412-771-4100. The best, 412-771-4100.
Hey, it's Sam.
And I'm Calvin.
With Cousins Roofing, Siding, and Decks. When we started out, we were building decks out of the back of our pickup trucks, and Grandma's garage was HQ.
We didn't have much, but we had family, and a promise to do things the family way.
We saw way too many contractors cutting corners and treating their clients terribly, so we built Cousins Roofing, Siding, and Decks on honesty, craftsmanship, and always doing right by the client.
We've grown a lot since Grandma's garage, but those values haven't changed. Call the Cousins.
Oakmont has become a food mecca. Get over there right now for stocking stuffers for friends and family. Check it out. The Lot at Edgewater, the Pub at 333, Hofstadt's, Michael A's, Vinny's Tavern, and Carnivores. All of them by my man JK, the guru, the restaurant king in Oakmont. Get gift cards. I'm telling you, folks, Oakmont has become a restaurant mecca. The best food in town. Check out Oakmont.
Everything you need, every time you listen. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
You know, these jagoffs, and I mean that in the nicest way, that run these facilities. Patrick, just repeat what you just said so the audience can hear how important this information is.
Sure. Every one of these employees that are having issues with these cameras, they're already on camera in every other part of that facility. In the hallways, in the common areas, everywhere else that they do their job.
They're on a friggin' cave.
Exactly. They're on camera.
And everywhere we've gone with these cameras, they say, go away. They scare people. They intimidate them.
Yep.
You know what troubles me, my man? What does that tell you? What are they hiding?
Exactly.
Huh?
I've had that same conversation with a couple of other administrators.
Jesus Christ. I get so annoyed. So now we're going to have to get, I'm going to go after Jake, not go after him, he's wonderful, Jay Costa, and get him to go and get this done in Harrisburg. It's ignorant, man. But hold on, Patrick, we've been at this a while. Are you surprised at all? Come on.
No, I'm
These
not
people,
surprised.
come on.
No, not at all. Not in the least.
Come on.
Anything they can do to keep from having to do this.
And here's what happens, too. You got senior citizens who are already kind of failing physically, mentally, financially. So they agree to do this because it's a good thing. But then they're insecure. Honey, the administrator said that the camera's not allowed. Could you please take it away? Right?
Exactly.
They're going to scare the hell out of grandma or grandpa.
Yep.
So weird.
Unless someone else is there to hold them accountable.
Right on.
And say, no, you can't do this.
I just
Marty and Patrick.
I just get so damn irritated.
Can I ask you a question, Marty?
1 second. Go ahead, Anna.
Hi. So I didn't hear the full conversation that you had, but I've heard you talk about this before.
Yeah.
And here's my question.
Yeah.
My mother had Alzheimer's and was in a lovely, wonderful care facility until we ran out of money. I put her in a cane facility. They were wonderful as well. I had no complaints about any of her care. But my question is, she always had a roommate, and what about the privacy of the other person living in the room?
By the way, it's a relevant as hell question. And what she makes a valid. Hold on. Take a breath.
Should she be taped while she's being changed?
Ma'am, take a breath. Hold on.
Yeah.
She's right. Everybody has to kind of agree.
Exactly. Everybody that is in that room has to sign off on it. But if everybody agrees, why wouldn't they be able to put cameras up in their own living space?
Again, I completely and utterly understand what you're saying, but again, if you have,
True.
you can agree to it, but if your loved one is being bathed in their bed or being changed from, diapers or whatever, you still have to make sure that
agree again.
That
she's right.
doesn't get into the wrong thing.
Again, well,
I think it's a tough situation.
Hold on, she makes insanely important points. Go ahead.
And on that same note, no one else has access to these cameras except the patient and their family. Whoever the patient gives access to it. The facility does not have access to the video on these cameras. It's just the family.
Gotcha.
But by the way, Anna, you were so right. It's scary.
So I'm just curious. But
No,
thank
hold
you
on,
so
hold
much
on.
for taking my call.
But hold on. Based on what you heard, would you like to see them in facilities?
I do. And again, and our family had a very wonderful experience for years, right?
Yeah.
So I do totally understand that. But I'm also, in my mind, I'm thinking of the layout of the rooms where my mother lived, and I would want to make sure for the dignity of both my mother and the woman who shared the room with her, that camera is pointed properly.
No,
is
you're
all,
right.
I guess is what I'm saying.
No. 1,000%. It's tough. And someone older doesn't really understand. What do you mean there's a camera in here? Right, Anna? Right?
Correct.
Right
Correct.
Right on. No, I love the call.
Thanks for taking my call.
Oh, no. Well, go ahead, brother. Sorry about that. It's you, man.
My question is,
Yeah.
and I know we're coming short on time.
So we're fine.
The camera. Patrick pointed out the cameras are already throughout the facility, so that means that the facility itself has no problem with the cameras.
You would think.
Is that correct? Because my question is this: the camera, does it unveil what's actually happening to the patient?
Right.
Or does it unveil the process that the facility is following on the treatment of the patient?
All the above.
Both.
Wow.
Hey, when I was in Texas, we put cameras in cigarette packs in the staff of nurses for 3 months. It was insane. We had people getting beat to death on camera. People went to jail. We had tape of patients screaming in pain. We had those monitors going off for help for an hour and a half with no one responding. All of it on tape. They're afraid of what it will produce, Patrick. They're scared as hell. But they should probably get their SHI blank together and not worry about a damn camera.
Correct, because most of the time, those cameras are going to save them.
Right on.
They're just, too afraid to go there.
Ohio Granny cams reduce complaints against staff by 85%. How about that?
Are you like everybody else in the world who has no idea what to get everyone for the holidays? Well, you're in luck. We got you. Hands-free Skechers slip-ins. Because with hands-free Skechers slip-ins, you just step into them and they're on. There's no bending down, no touching, no fuss. Plus, Skechers slip-ins come in everyone's favorite styles and colors. And you can get slip-ins everywhere stylish footwear is sold, including a Skechers store. Or if you're too busy to shop in person, just get them online at Skechers.com, Amazon, and more.
FIFA World Cup 2026 is coming soon, but your opportunity to be there starts now through an exclusive offer with an eligible Bank of America Visa credit card. For a limited time, become a new customized cash rewards or unlimited cash rewards Visa credit card holder, and you will be eligible for a chance to purchase FIFA World Cup 2026 tickets. Learn more at BofA.com/cardFWC26. What would you like the power to do? Bank of America, proud to be the official bank of FIFA World Cup 2026. Bank of America N.A. in partnership with Visa. Terms apply. Warrants reserved.
The holidays are here at OliverFlowers.com. Flowers make great gifts. OliverFlowers.com. And they deliver. OliverFlowers.com. Family owned for 95 years. OliverFlowers.com. Everything you need to deck the halls. OliverFlowers.com. Looking for the perfect gift? Want to make shopping easy? OliverFlowers.com. Flowers, plants, candy, cuddly plush animals, and yes, balloon bouquets are back. Go to OliverFlowers.com to start your holiday shopping and decorating today. OliverFlowers.com.
I'm Ed Evans, CEO of Consumer Cellular. No, we're not one of the big guys. Truth is, we don't want to be. If you're over 50, Big Wireless probably has you paying for more data than you might need. You could be throwing away thousands over a lifetime.
Our entry-level data plans start at just $20 a month. And for a limited time, switch and get your second month free. Call 1-888-FREEDOM, visit consumercellular.com or a store near you and get your second month free today. Plans include $5 credit for auto pay and e-billing. See site for additional details.
My name is Whitney Allen. I am a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought in a million years we'd have to use life insurance. The unexpected happened. With Ethos, it is so fast and easy. It's 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage, no medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage through Ethos.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/radio. That's ethos.com/radio.
Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
From the Aetna Medicare Studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Cloudy and 26 degrees at Pittsburgh International at 1:30. I'm Paul Alexander. City Council member Teresa Cale Smith said she won't support a tax increase until the city does more to trim costs. She says she's eager to hear what Deputy Mayor Jack Pollack says about the budget when he comes before council this week.
I think that we need to have some real conversations, not just throwing legislation out, not just throwing threats out, not just putting our residents on edge while they're waiting for another bill, another payment.
Cale Smith says council needs to be fiscally responsible as residents face higher and tougher costs every day. The man fatally shot in New Kensington over the weekend has been identified. Police say 46-year-old Jeffrey Ballard was shot at the Elks Lodge on 3rd Avenue at around 3:30 a.m. Saturday. Ballard was taken to the hospital where he later died. Westmoreland County detectives and New Kensington police are investigating. A major leap forward in autonomous vehicle technology is taking shape in Westmoreland County. News Radio KDKA's Tamara Rush has the details.
Construction is officially underway on a 2-mile autonomous vehicle test track in East Huntington. The first phase of the PennSTART project, a partnership between PennDOT, the Turnpike Commission, RIDC, and Carnegie Mellon University. The $30 million track will sit on 100 acres of state-owned land near the old Sony plant in New Stanton. Engineers plan an outdoor oval with up to 3 lanes built to mimic Pennsylvania's hills and challenging terrain. It'll be used not only to test driverless cars and trucks, but also to train first responders on traffic emergencies. Local leaders say the facility could become a major economic engine, drawing new companies, new research, and possibly new manufacturing to Westmoreland County by late 2026. Tamira Rush, News Radio KDKA.
Pennsylvania's natural gas industry production increased by 5.1% in the third quarter. It was the third straight year of growth, with 116 new wells drilled in the Commonwealth in the quarter. Pennsylvania is the second largest natural gas producing state in the United States. On Wall Street, the Dow is down 236 points, the Nasdaq down 8, the S&P 500 down 18 points. KDK Radio News Time is 1:32. Our next update at 2 o'clock. I'm Paul Alexander, and the voice of Pittsburgh News Radio, KDKA.
That musty smell in your basement, dark spots on the wall. Don't assume all that's just old house stuff. No, it could be mold, and mold never waits. It spreads, it damages, it threatens your health. Ugh. Service Master Greater Pittsburgh, that's who you need to call. And they don't just paint over the problem. They find the source, they remove the mold, they fix it once and for all. Demand the yellow van. Service Master of Greater Pittsburgh. Call them today. 412-826-1010.
Tune in to KDKA at midnight on Christmas Eve for a special Christmas Mass from Queen of the Rosary Church Saints Joachim and Parish. Christmas has special meetings, and this annual Christmas Mass broadcast is proudly presented by Rome Monument, a company that knows about special meanings. As the Tri-State's largest memorial company founded by Michael Diagardi, Rome Monument is a fourth-generation family-owned business. Their special Christmas gift is providing a Christmas Eve Mass broadcast on KDKA. Merry Christmas from the Diagardi family.
Are you turning 65 and have questions about Medicare? Aetna has Medicare Advantage plans that include prescription drug coverage in Pennsylvania with a $0 monthly plan premium. Plus, the plans include benefits like dental, vision, and hearing. You may also qualify for a monthly credit toward your Part B premium. Call Aetna today at 1-888-76-AETNA to learn more.
Aetna Medicare is an HMO PPO plan with a Medicare contract. Our D-SNPs also have contracts with state Medicaid programs. Enrollment in our plans depends on contract renewal. Plan features and availability may vary by service area.
Winter is coming. Is your roof ready? Call Home Genius Exteriors now and get 50% off materials for your new roof. Plus, no interest and no payments till 2027. Winter won't wait, and neither should you. Call Home Genius Exteriors now at 855-UR-GENIUS for your free roof and attic inspection from one of our experts. That's 855, the letter U, the letter R, Genius. Home Genius Exteriors, the genius choice in roofing. See website for details.
It's the most wonderful time of the year. Or is it? For many, the holidays are a time of stress, irritability, anxiousness, and just waiting for them to be over. This is Dr. Shufo from the Weight Loss and Wellness Center. I have a brand new supplement called Zenziety that you spray into your mouth when those times come. And it really takes the edge off and brings you to a state of calm. Zenziety. You can order online, dbcweightloss.com, or call 1-800-900-THEN.
Online shopping can be risky when it comes to your fitness equipment. Can you really judge the quality of exercise equipment by a picture? Larry Richard here for G&G Fitness Equipment. Take advantage of the experts at our local G&G stores. Bring your running shoes to try out the treadmills, ellipticals, bikes, rowers, you name it, and G&G will be there to support you every step of the way. Visit one of G&G Fitness Equipment's 3 locations or go online at ggfitness.com.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
Colder with variable clouds and a high of 28 this afternoon, then partly cloudy and very cold, low 14 tonight. An afternoon snow shower chance mainly north of the city tomorrow, high 36. I'm AccuWeather meteorologist Heather Zayer, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
I'm Ultima Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Every time one of my children started driving, it was terrifying. Thousands of accidents happen across the country. We see it every day. If you've been injured in a car accident, call us.
Dial #law or visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Did you know you can spend your PA taxes to fund a scholarship for a child in need and get a 90% tax credit refund? Through Blocks, that's BLOCS, you can direct your state tax liability, fund a scholarship, direct it to the tuition-based school of your choice, and receive a 90% refund on the donated amount. It's a simple process, and you can fund a scholarship that will change a child's life. Tax credit slots are filling up fast, and you must make your commitment by December 23rd. Head to BLOCS.org now.
You don't marry someone you can live with, you marry the person you can't live without. This famous quote speaks wonders. Hi, this is Joe Urbanowitz of Urbanowitz Jewelers. For over 40 years, the Urbanowitz family has been helping couples get engaged. We have a huge inventory of designer lines and all the classics. We do custom design and also carry natural and lab-grown diamonds. And now, through Christmas Eve, you can save up to 25% off the ring of her dreams. Urbanowitz Jewelers, Peters Township. Check us out online at PittsburghDiamonds.com.
The KDKA radio text line is driven by Kenny Ross Auto Group. Find your best deal and Pittsburgh's best warranty at KennyRoss.com.
Hi, this is Larry Richard. Join us on the Big K Morning Show tomorrow, 5:30 until 10. Polar Vortex 3. What does that mean weather-wise? We'll find out with the AccuWeather forecast and more.
Cold as hell. Huh. I absolutely hate it. Hate it. All right, so my cousin, Eileen, is one of my close friends. Her husband has been in almost a vegetative state. Hi, Eileen. How are you, cuz?
I'm good.
When we describe Neil's state, when we describe his state as, how do we describe his state?
So I wouldn't say vegetative. I mean, if he was vegetative, it would almost be easier on us, but
You're
he's
right.
alert.
You know what? You're right.
And looks around, and he's like a prisoner in his own body because he does not speak.
Wow.
Now he doesn't walk. He's in a wheelchair, but he hasn't talked in over 6 years.
6 years?
Just got in my car over 6 years. Yeah, not a word. So that's why I think.
Hold on, he's in Kane. In Kane that whole time?
Yeah.
Yeah.
2018.
And so you jumped in on the cameras. Give me your perspective because it means so much.
Yeah, I did. Because I just got in my car. He's in hospice right now. But the reason I think it's a no-brainer with Alzheimer's and dementia. Because there's a lot of reasons. But one, like I say, he cannot speak. Wow. And just as an example, my kids and I were all in on Thanksgiving, and there was a guy from across the hall came in and sat down. And, my kids have hard enough time going in there, let alone, for me, I could handle, this guy, sitting there, I would have a conversation with him or whatever, but I knew they were uneasy as it was, so I tried to get him out, and then the staff said, oh, no, he can be violent.
Oh.
It took them 2 people to get him out.
Oh.
The guy, it breaks your heart, because I'm sure this guy was a wonderful person.
Wow.
Probably had a really, good job or whatever, but now that happens with that disease. And some people never do with Neil, thank God. But so, there's not enough staff to be able to, because there's 3, wings, and there's just not enough staff to be able to know something could happen in a minute. He was great. I looked at other nursing homes, too, in the beginning, and one wouldn't take him because he was too young, and they said some resident assaulted another resident because they were younger, and they were afraid to take him, so they denied him. But, again, if there were cameras, the other thing I was thinking is, even for me now, he's confined to a chair. He, needs to be fed and changed and everything, and sometimes I wonder, does he sleep? But even for a family member, it's almost like a baby. I wonder if he's sleeping all night, or what time they come to bed.
Hold on, because this is why she's so smart. Patrick, you're sitting here. This gave you access to your friend. You could tell 24/7 what was up, right?
Absolutely. We had a camera in his bedroom and one in his living room. It was a 2-room apartment in his assisted living facility, and we could see if he had fallen, if he was on the floor. We could see if he needed anything, or if he was simply sleeping. We could check in on him, and we could even talk to him through the cameras, which was amazing.
Go ahead, Eileen.
No, that's a really good point, Patrick, because they usually they tell me, and every time I go in, he's in the dining room because they're not allowed to confine anybody, you know what I mean, restrain them.
Yeah.
But if by chance he was in this room by himself, he's in a chair, but, like, what if he tried to get out?
Yeah.
Or what if he fell out of bed, you know, or something, and you happen to see it, you could call and, you know, get him help.
Eileen, no disrespect to any of these employees, but I know you. We've talked about this for a hell of a long time. I think they would push back, even there. Don't you?
I think they would be nervous because they would think of lawsuits and stuff like that.
Yep.
Everybody's always afraid of getting sued. And they might think that you're not confident in their ability, which, like, this new crew at Kane is amazing. The Bridges Hospice people told me it's the best nursing home in this whole area.
Wow.
Even,
nice.
like, you know, Providence Point and stuff, yeah. But, like, still, they're short-staffed, and they try their best, but stuff happens. So, even if they push back, it's your loved one, it's your family member. You should have a right.
Eileen, every single facility we try to go in, every single one goes berserk. Every one. Every one.
It's lost. They're afraid of lawsuits.
I agree. My dear, thank you.
All right, love you.
Love you, dear. It's been hell for her, man. I mean, he probably induced by concussions from hockey, probably. He started failing. He was in his 50s. Yeah. He was a wonderful man. Insanely gifted father and athlete and salesman and husband. And I apologize for saying he was in a vegetative state. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. She nailed it. And I don't know if you heard what she said. She said we'd be better off if he was in a vegetative state. It's horrible. She said something poignant, too. Even if you just want to, hey, let me see if he's sleeping okay. Boom, 3 a.m, right?
Exactly.
You did it all the time with your buddy.
Yeah, we checked in on Drew all the time, and there were times where he had fallen, and they didn't know because it was between rounds, and I would call their desk, and somebody would go check on him and make sure he was good.
My girl Karen, this can be a lot of work. This is actually a great point. My daughter, when she was in the nursing home, had 4 roommates. It's true. Man. Every time there would be a new roommate, I've discussed with them, and they'd have to agree. Yep. Roommate 1 might say okay, roommate 2 might say no. Now what? It's a great point. And she's very intuitive and very pragmatic in her thinking. Most older folks, 80 plus, have no interest in this. Get that away from me. They're scared. They're scared. And I can understand it. It's scary stuff.
Listen to KDKA Radio on the Odyssey, iHeartRadio, or TuneIn apps.
Tired of looking at your ugly, old, slippery bathtub? You don't have to any longer. Call PJ Fitzpatrick. The jacuzzi shower system from PJ Fitzpatrick features a low entry threshold with tons of design options. The jacuzzi shower is luxurious, affordable, and it installs in just 1 day. Plus, PJ will include a free shower seat and safety bars for all customers this month. Visit TrustPJ.com today for your free design consultation. That's TrustPJ.com.
You're listening to Leaf Filter Radio, and the guru of gutter protection himself, Chris Coonahan, is here to take your most pressing leaf-related questions.
Hey, everybody, Chris here. I understand we have Ron on the line. Ron, where are you calling from?
Uh-oh. Ron, are you calling from a ladder?
Well,
I was. I wanted to ask Chris what I need to do to get my gutters ready to have leaf filter installed.
Oh, Ron, you don't have to do anything. A Leaf Filter Trusted Pro will come out and clean out your gutters, realign and seal your gutters, and install Leaf Filter, America's #1 gutter protection system.
So I didn't need to get on this ladder?
Ron, Leaf Filter Trusted Pros are in your neighborhood and ready to help. Just visit leaffilter.com/deal to schedule your free gutter inspection and get up to 30% off.
Thank goodness. What was that site?
To get this special radio offer, go to leaffilter.com/deal for your free gutter inspection today and get up to 30% off. That's leaffilter.com/deal for up to 30% off. leaffilter.com/deal. See representative for warranty details.
Hey everyone, I'm Josh Radner, and I am so excited to tell you about How We Made Your Mother, a rewatch podcast looking back at How I Met Your Mother. And I'm here with Craig Thomas, who co-created the show along with Carter Bays. Hi, Craig.
Hey, Josh. Somehow it has been 20 years since the show premiered. I'm going to check the math on that. 10 years since it went off the air, and we thought that made this a perfect time to look back, see what the hell we did, and why the show still seems to resonate with fans around the world today.
Follow and listen to How We Made Your Mother wherever you get your podcasts.
Colin Dunlap on KDKA.
We have spent an inordinate amount of time turning on CNN or Fox News or hell, even C-SPAN, worried about all these vaccines, as opposed to talking to someone whose boots are on the ground. People who we should trust.
Weekdays 2 to 6 on the Voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
Ready to trade the cold for some sunshine and baseball? Join AAA Travel for the ultimate spring training getaway in sunny Florida, March 19th through the 23rd. Round-trip air transportation, airport transfers, and a welcome drink at the beautiful Rumfish Beach Resort on St. Pete Beach. 4 amazing nights in paradise, and catch the Bucks in Toronto from reserved party deck seating at Lecom Park. All of this and more, all for just $1,995 per person, double occupancy. Spaces are limited. 1-800-354-8761 or contact your local AAA office today.
Hi, I'm Joe Cordell of Cordell & Cordell, America's largest family law firm. During this time of year, difficult relationships sometimes become impossible. If you or someone you care about is facing a family law issue, let us set up a 1-hour Cordell Consult. The Cordell Consult is a meeting with a local attorney who will give you clear guidance about your options, whether it's a separation, a postnuptial agreement, divorce, or custody. CordellCordell.com.
Pittsburgh and Cranberry Township. Joseph Cordell. Licensed in Missouri and Illinois only.
He's live, he's local, he's Marty Griffin. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
It's hell, man. It's hell. Have a loved one in a nursing home, you know what the hell's going on, and they won't allow cameras. Go ahead, Bill.
Hey, Marty, actually, I wanted to more give you a heads up to look into this, but former Steeler Alan Fanek, I guess, was diagnosed with early onset of frontotemporal dementia, and he's like only 48 years old. I don't know what setting his family has him in yet, but this is one of those unfortunate cases where you wonder if it could be prevented, and I think a lot of sports have gotten on the right track with that, with a lot of the concussion protocols that have been instituted.
We saw it with Neil, my cousin's husband, early 50s, started seeing signs. It was from hockey concussions.
And who's the KDKA guy, John, what's his name?
Oh, the weatherman.
Yeah, because, and
one of my wife's closest friends. Yeah.
And what I hope for is
he played football at Tennessee, and they believe the same thing. In fact, you can't really get it diagnosed until after you're dead, which is kind of wild. And they found that he had 7 different ailments from it. Yep.
And that's where I hope that guys who are retired now, down the line, they stay healthy. Got like Palomalu, because he made a lot of hits. He took a lot of hits, and I just I think who was the guy with New England that was arrested for killing somebody? But the corner who did his autopsy.
Hernandez,
Hernandez said his was one of the worst, as far as post-autopsy, worst CTE cases she had ever seen that she autopsied.
I saw it, and it breaks my heart to even kind of talk about it, but I have to because I saw it. Burnett, it wasn't diagnosed yet, but we were at the Italian festival in Bloomfield. You familiar?
Vaguely.
Okay. They have a bocce tournament with celebrities, okay? Like the first or second night. So everybody's there, all the weather people, my wife's there, blah, blah, blah. John's there. He comes up to us afterward, crying. Can't find his car. Can we help him find his car? And my man, at the time, mid-50s, was already happening. It destroyed his life.
Yes.
And no one knows what the hell to do once this starts to happen. They had no clue what to do. And he declined rapidly. It was horrible. Horrible.
The best way I could describe it, because there are certain particular differences between some of the other dimensions. The frontotemporal, the speech and the speech comprehension, understanding usually goes first, and cognition, memory
of course
goes later. Whereas Alzheimer's is the other way around. But eventually, the best way I could put it is the what is still there, but the who slowly dies.
Well, you heard my cousin. Her husband just sits in a chair, can't speak for 6 years, man. Thanks, Bill.
And that's
so hold on.
Because you remember,
hold on, my man.
Yep.
Do you support the cameras in the context of what we're talking?
Yeah, I would be fine with that because it even makes the best motivated people stay on their best behavior.
Thanks, buddy. It's a friggin' nightmare. With Neil, we used to see him all the time because Eileen and her kids and her husband, they live within 5 minutes of our house. And in his early 50s, he went to New York and said his car was stolen. It wasn't. It wasn't. He lost it. He's amazing, man. And then he's in his early 50s. Think about this. And then he started taking insanely long walks, 8 miles, 10 miles, wandering. And he's been in this state now where he can't speak to anything but sit there for 6 years. 6. And all I'm suggesting is the same thing Eileen's suggesting and Patrick's suggesting and Bob's suggesting and everybody else is put the damn cameras in the damn rooms. And now I'm hacked off. I am. When I'm done, I'm going to start the lobbying again. To name drop a bit, I was texting yesterday with the governor, and I'm pushing to get this done. I don't really care what he's running for. I care that he cares. And if we can use this platform to get the governor to care, we're going to do that. I don't care what party you're in. I don't care what you're running for. I don't really care. I care that you care about making a difference. Does that make sense? And if we can get the governor and others to push for granny cams, make them law so they can't say screw off, leave, we're going to do it. We tried the easy way, proof concept, showed them the video. We were going to buy a bunch of cameras, but nah. Do we have one anywhere? I don't think we do. Do we? No, I don't think so. I don't know. We're not sure. But we had a lot of putback and feedback, and everybody's afraid. Wow. I'm trying to also get to the bottom of this piece with this young man that we had on video who's in that zombie state, homeless downtown, and he's back out in the streets right now. getting high. We tried to get him into a place. A Friday night, he walked away. We're trying to hook him up with probably the best doctor in America. I'm trying to find out where all the dealers are. And one of my boys said they're all over downtown. Well, one girl, here's from one of my sources. One woman comes down by the shelter and serves 20 or 30 people. Now, if my guy knows this, why the hell don't cops know this? And why the F don't they arrest this guy? A lot of them are addicts. This person got caught shooting up in the bathroom on probation. Until someone says this stops today and they arrest all these clowns with drugs, all of them. When this young man ran out of his dad's house, Saturday? He immediately went to downtown Pittsburgh, not to see the lights, but to buy fentanyl from one of 20 people that are all over downtown. The dealers make rounds, from one of my sources. Lots of dealers are also users, the downtown ones. It's a nightmare, man. Downtown Pittsburgh.